and everybody plays down.
This is Sacramento River Cats baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Gotta get a hit. Gotta get a hit. Hey, River Cats are up and everybody plays down.
The Sacramento River Cats, the AAA affiliate of the Oakland A's and five-time champion of the Pacific Coast League Southern Division. It's now time for the Heineken On Deck Show. Heineken, it's all about the beer. Here now is the voice of the River Cats, Johnny Dosco.
So, hi, everybody. We're at Raley Field in West Sacramento. River Cats baseball is on the air. Tonight is the second game of a four-game series. The River Cats take on the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim AAA club here at the PCL, the Salt Lake Bees. A dramatic ball game last night. For the third consecutive game between these two clubs, we had a walk-off run. Yeah, this time it was a walk-off home run. Iram Boca Chica, a three-run blast in the ninth. Give the River Cats a 6-3 victory. With a win, the River Cats climbed to 2 games under 500 at 45 and 47. Unfortunately, did not gain any ground on the Tucson Sidewinders 0-1 yet again. They have the second-best record in this league, playing .633 baseball. They're 24 games over 500 and 13 games in front of the Sacramento River Cats. Las Vegas lost, so the River Cats tied for second place in the PCL South at 45 and 47. Our Painting the Corners pitching matchup tonight, presented by Frizzy Paint and Wall Covering, the official paint company of the River Cats. It'll be the left-hander Nate Bland to get the call for the Salt Lake Bees. Bland is 3-2. His earned run average is 5.12, making his 22nd appearance in his fifth start. 45 and 2/3 innings, 51 hits. He's walked 15, and he has struck out 34. He'll be opposed by right-hander Shane Comini, who was 6-7 in the ERA of 4.56, making his 18th appearance, his 17th start. 100 and 2/3 innings, 113 hits. He's walked 29 and struck out a team-high 83. Opponents hitting .284 against him, coming off really 4 consecutive solid outings, coming off that incredible outing last time where he worked a 7-hit shutout in Fresno. That's our Paint in the Corners pitching matchup, presented by Frizzy Paint and Wall Covering. When it's time to paint, visit the Frizzy location nearest you. We'll have more right after this.
How do they make the Heineken cake can? Theory number 51. They cloned a smaller version of a cake.
Hey, Doc, you did another sheep.
I know! I'm talking on it!
Theory number 15. They put a full-sized keg in ice water, hoping it would shrivel.
Did it shrivel?
Yeah.
Look. I meant the keg. Oh, it's cute, though.
The one-of-a-kind Heineken cake can. How did they do that? Imported by Heineken USA, White Plains, New York.
We interrupt this commercial break for an urgent message from this burly man.
Hit it! The River Cats are up and everybody plays down.
Time for the River Cats Fun Report. Mark your calendars because the River Cats are in town tonight through Sunday. So head to Raley Field because tomorrow is our famous Sutter Hill Fireworks Show. And Sunday is U.S. Bank Kids Day, where kids get to run the bases after the game. Buy tickets now at rivercats.com, Ticketmaster.com, or at the Raley Field ticket office. Stay tuned for more River Cats updates. River Cats Baseball. Everybody plays.
Hi, this is Derek Barton, and you're listening to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, friends, that'll wrap up our Heineken On Deck show of the LoJack starting lineups and the first pitch right after this.
You've been listening to the Heineken On Deck Show. Heineken, it's all about the beer. Stay tuned. Starting lineups and the first pitch is next.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Gotta get a hit. Gotta get a hit. Hey, River Cats are up and everybody plays down.
How do they make the Heineken cake can? Theory number 8. They humiliated a full-sized keg and made it feel small.
You're pathetic. You're weak. You disgust me. You are nothing. Look at that waistline. You're just a big, fat, porky keg. Take this. Oh, there goes the big toe.
The one-of-a-kind Heineken cake can. How did they do that? Imported by Heineken USA, White Plains, New York.
Hit it! The River Cats are up and everybody plays down.
This is Sacramento River Cats baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Gotta get a hit. Gotta get a hit. Hey, River Cats are up and everybody plays down.
The Sacramento River Cats, the AAA affiliate of the Oakland A's and five-time champion of the Pacific Coast League Southern Division. River Cat Baseball is brought to you in part by Raley's in Bel Air, famous for fine meats and produce. Miller Genuine Draft, golden rich flavor, remarkably smooth. Miller, Good call. AT&T, the new AT&T. Your world delivered. Heineken, it's all about the beer. And by Sacramento Coca-Cola, proud founding partner of River Cats Baseball. Coca-Cola, make it real.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Gotta get a hit. Gotta get a hit. Hey, the River Cats are up and everybody plays now.
Here now is the voice of the River Cats, Johnny Dosco.
Hi, everybody. Glad you're with us. We're at Raley Field here in West Sacramento. River Cats baseball is on the air. We give you the LoJack starting lineups. First for Salt Lake, Reggie Willits will lead things off. He's in center field. Curtis Pride is batting second. He's the left fielder. It'll be Casey Kochman about third. He's at first base. Dallas McPherson is in the cleanup spot. He's the designated hitter. It'll be Mike Elward to bat fifth and play third base. Jeff Mathis is doing the catching and batting sixth. Adam Patkovich is in the seventh slot at second base. Jason Espedo is the right fielder batting eighth, and Casey Smith, the shortstop, batting ninth. For the River Cats, Doug Clark leading things off in left field. Andrew Beatty is at second base batting second. Iram Boca Chica is in the three slot, and he is in center field. Scott McLean batting fourth and playing third base. Nate Espy is at first base batting fifth. It'll be Keith Ginter in the sixth slot. He's the designated hitter. John Baker doing the catching and batting seventh. Jason Perry in right field batting eighth. And batting ninth is the shortstop, D'Angelo Jimenez. As the first pitch from Comine misses high, it's 1-0. Reggie Willits, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. Shane Comine, right-hander, looking for his seventh win as he delivers a little bit low. It's now 2-0. River Cats, the white tops, the black sleeves. The Salt Lake Bees wearing the gray jerseys with the yellow and black letters and numbers. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That swung on. Fly ball left center. Long way to go for Clark. And, Clark makes a beautiful catch in left center. Doug Clark on the run, making a catch in left center. Great read on that ball, and there is one away. That's worth a couple of exclamation points. Now one away. Here's Curtis Pride, the left fielder. Defensive alignment for the River Cats brought to you by Noble Way Pest Control. Don't let bugs and rodents drive you away. Call the Knights of the Noble Way at 916-929-9020. 916-929-9020. Nate Espy at first, Andrew Beatty at second, D'Angelo Jimenez at short, and Scott McLean is at third. Here's the pitch from Comini, misses inside, 1-0 to Curtis Pride, the left-handed batter. With Doug Clark in left, Iram Boca Chica in center, Jason Perry in right. Doing the catching, John Baker on the hill, the right-hander Shane Comine. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's taken inside, 2-0. What a job by Comine in his start against the Fresno Grizzlies. As he worked a 7-hit shutout. Complete game, first complete game for the River Cats this year as the pitch misses outside. 3-0 on Pride. Comini's won his last three starts, and even in that start against Tacoma in the 19th, the game in which he lost, he was pretty tough. Allowed just one earned run in 5 1/3 innings. There's a 3-0 in there for a strike, 3-1. Stephen Fersoni is the home plate umpire. Brian Knight at first, Paul Chandler at third. 3-1 on Curtis Pride. Outfield straight away as Comini to the plate in the 3-1 pitch. That's taken a little bit low. Ball 4. So Comini loses Curtis Pride. That'll bring up the first baseman, Casey Kochman. So here is Casey Kochman, who had a couple of at-bats, a couple of plate appearances last night. He walked in the first. He had an RBI ground out in the third. Big left-handed hitter. Kochman was out since the 9th of May with a viral syndrome. 152 with the Angels. He was 12 for 79, a homer, and he drove in 6 runs. Pride takes his lead as Shane Comini with that good move over to first, and just getting back in safely is Pride. They've seen Comini a bunch, this Salt Lake club, and they know he's got an outstanding move. Comini has picked off 8 base runners already this year. Pride on the season, he has 21 stolen bases in 25 attempts as the pitch misses inside, a fastball from Shane. 1-0 on Casey Kochman. Comine comes set over to first, and back in safely is Curtis Pride. Rivercats still under 500 here at home, 22-24. Rivercats here in Rayleigh Field, 23-23 on the road. Comine at the belt, and the right-hander's pitch. That fastball misses high, 2-0. So Comine uncharacteristically behind the first three hitters. 2-0 on Casey Kochman. Dallas McPherson waits next. Yeah, Salt Lake still 3 games up on the Tacoma Rainiers, who lost last night as well. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike on the outside edge. Shane took something off. It's 2-1. And our starting line is brought to you by LoJack. LoJack, the most powerful stolen vehicle recovery system available, the only one that's operated by the police. For more information, go to LoJack.com. Good crowd on this Friday night. As Comine over to first again, and back in safely, Curtis Pride. Shane, the long look, now the pitch. That swung on and popped up foul to our left. Pointed out of one of the suites, going amongst the crowd. Now remains at 2-2. Meanwhile, the A's have a 10-2 lead over the Red Sox. That game is in the 8th. Boston scored 2 runs in that 6th inning. So a commanding 10-2 lead for Oakland. They got to Josh Beckett pretty early in that game. There's the 2-2 pitch. That's foul back. Good fastball. Count remains at 2-2. Zito worked 5 innings. Sarlos has worked 2 innings. They're in the 8th inning right now, and he's trying to make it 2 in a row against Boston. Trying to get the sweep for the Red Sox tomorrow. There was a rumor, and nothing but a rumor so far. Nothing confirmed. There's a rumor that Windsor might pitch in Baltimore. As the pitch misses low, it's now 3-2. Again, there's nothing confirmed on that. But I don't know who else would start for the A's on that Monday. As Sarlos has come out of the bullpen tonight and last night as well. 3-2 the count. We'll see if Pride's off on the pitch. Comine to the plate. The runner goes. The pitch is swung on and fouled to our left and out of play. And the count remains at 3-2. So Shane has already thrown 15 pitches, and there's 1 on with 1 out here in the first inning. Comine comes set, and the runner goes. The 3-2 pitch, that's hit foul down the left field line. Good at bat for Casey Kochman. Nice catch for a fan over there, yeah. Number remains at 3-2. Now, what a start for Shane in that ball game. And Comine, he was in trouble in the first few innings. He only had really 2 1-2-3 innings. At one point, he retired 7 in a row, and 10 of the last 11 he faced. He's been getting progressively better with each passing start. His start before that was against Salt Lake back on the 30th of June, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, just 1 earned, but he struck out 11, which was a Rivercat high this year. The 3-2 pitch, runner goes, pitch swung out, a hard hit ball, 1 up, and gets replaced off his body. He feeds the shortstop, Jimenez on to first, not in time. That's actually Beatty at second base. So they get the 4-6 put out on Pride. And Kochman safe at first, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Dallas McPherson. Beatty moving to his right, playing that off his body on the 1-hop. And here is Dallas McPherson, the designated hitter. McPherson was 0 for 3 in the ball game last night. Here's Comine's pitch. That's taken low and away. Ball 1, 1-0. Hawaiian punch out of the belt. And the 1-0 pitch. That's taken low. Ball 2-0. That's the one thing with Shane in his last start. He was ahead just about every hitter. It was rare that you saw him behind, maybe once or twice all night. Well, tonight it's been a different story. And pitching behind in the first inning is Comini at the belt. And the 2-0 pitch. That's taken low. 3-0. Mike Elward, the on-deck hitter. Salt Lake 54-37 coming in. Portland win the tank. They're 42-49, 7 games under a 12-pack. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike 3-1. Colorado Springs, they've been struggling most of the year. They're a little bit better baseball of late. They're 39-53, 15.5-pack. Now, the story of this league, I mean, the Tucson Sidewinders, obviously, but the Round Rock Express, they've been something. They are 12.5 games up on Albuquerque. Next pitch, fastball, swung on and missed. It's now 3-2. So Casey Kochman will be off on this pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yeah, Round Rock, the Astro affiliate, they have been playing incredible baseball in the last 30, 35 ball games. Hunter takes a lead. Kochman goes. The 3-2 pitch. That's taken strike 3 call. Great pitch. Down he goes. So Comini gets out of it unscathed. No runs, no hits. A walk, 1 left. We're through half an inning. Salt Lake nothing, and the River Cats coming up.
The year was 1956, and Sacramento was booming. SMUD had been operating for a decade, and during that time, the population and the number of customers nearly doubled. Electric usage jumped 77%. In spite of this, SMUD cut electric rates 3 times. For 60 years, SMUD has delivered on the promise of public power, low rates, reliable power, and a variety of programs. Call SMUD for information on free shade trees and greenergy at 1-888-742-SMUD. SMUD, the power to do more since 1946.
I'd like a personal checking account.
Well, I'm all ears. What's your name?
Rob. Rob Lee.
All right, Bill. Can I call you Willie?
Rob.
I heard that. You married Ernesto?
No.
A little something for the missus.
Personal checking at other banks isn't always personal. U.S. Bank checking is built around you with free internet bill pay, free ATMs, and the most reward choices, even cash back. U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have?
Bye, Murray.
Rob. U.S. Bank, member FDIC.
What's even better than a brand new car? Winning $100,000 at the Roseville Auto Mall just for test driving it. Right now, every test drive you take at the Roseville Auto Mall enters you into the drawing to win $100,000 when they sell their 500,000th car. Eureka Road, off I-80, right on Sunrise.
We know what drives you. Roseville Auto Mall.
Home of the $100,000 giveaway. Vehicle test drive required with valid California driver's license, but no purchase necessary to enter or win. See dealer for details.
Hi, this is Jay Payton, and you're listening to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
By bottom of the first, Salt Lake failing to score in their half of the first. It'll be Clark, Beatty, and Boca Chica to face the left-hander Nate Bland. Here's our recipe for victory with John Baker.
Johnny. Today's recipe for victory is going to be a repeat performance of his last start by Shane Comina. He ended the first half with a 9-inning complete game shutout, and if he can give half that performance today, we should be able to pull a victory out against the Salt Lake Bees.
Yeah, that's the recipe for victory with John Baker. Brought to you by Certified Angus Beef. Angus Beef at its best. Available only from Rayleigh's and Bel Air. So bottom of the first, here's Doug Clark. Clark, one of the heroes last night. You know, we'll talk about the Boca Chica homer, and it was Doug Clark that got it started with 2 outs. Yeah, Doug Clark now hitting .286, 6 homers, 35 driven in. Lefty versus lefty. Bland delivers inside. It's 1-0. Doug Clark, 91 hits on the season. 54 runs scored, which is tops on the club as the pitch makes a swing and a miss on a fastball from Bland. It's 1-1. Nathan Bland, 6'5", 210-pound left-hander. He's 31 years old. There's a 1-1 pitch. That slider misses away. It's now 2-1. Defensively, it is Casey Kochman at first base, Adam Patkovich at second, with Casey Smith at short and Mike Elward at third. There's a 2-1 pitch. That's swung on a miss, 2-2. Curtis Pride in left, Reggie Willits in center. Jason Espedo in right. Doing the catching is Jeff Mathis. And on the hill, the left-hander, Nathan Bland. There's 2-2 pitch. That's foul back. Elmer Baines at 2-2. Tony DeFrancesco coaching at third. Benjamin Fritz over there at first. There's a 2-2 pitch. That's chased and missed. Good slider, down he goes. So Clark strikes out, one away, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Andrew Beatty. The A's have exploded for 6 in the 8th. They lead Boston 13-2. They've scored 2 more. They have an 8-run 8th. It's 15-2 Oakland. 8 runs in the 8th inning. They lead by 13 at Fenway, trying to make it 2 in a row against Boston. Beatty batting from the right side. Here's the pitch. That's taken low and inside, 1-0. Beatty at 276, 4 homers and 20 driven in. Then on the grass at third is Mike Elward. There's a 1-0 pitch. That swung a hard hit ball and one off stab by the second baseman Pakovich and throws him out. 2 down. Nice play by the second baseman for the Bees, Adam Pakovich. 2 away. Here's Iram Boca Chica, the center fielder. Here's Boca Chica, slowly becoming a cult hero here in Sacramento with the flair for the dramatic consistently. This guy has been something else, especially here at this ballpark. Boca Chica, 5 home runs in his last 7 ball games. He had 2 home runs last night, including the walk-off job in the 9th. As Bland to the plate, and the pitch to Boca Chica, taken low and inside, 1-0. Iram at 339, 12 homers and 30 driven in. You consider he has 12 home runs in just 32 ball games. Pretty impressive. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike. It's 1-1. Very nice night for baseball. A little warm today, but coming off nicely here is the left-hander Nathan Bland. Looks into Mathis. Now the 1-1 pitch. That's taken inside. Ball 2-2-1. Bland's last start against Sacramento on the 7th of July. A week ago at home, he ended up with a no decision. So he pitched well. Pitch taken for a strike, 2-2. 5 innings, 2 hits, and 1 earned run. No walks, 5 strikeouts. It's an excellent control this year. Just a lot better on the road than he has at home. 2-2 pitch. That swung on. A fly ball to right center. That's it. Well, Willits moving over to his left. Under it now. Makes the catch near the track on the run, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3 first for Nathan Bland. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. We're through an inning. Salt Lake, nothing at the River Cats. Nothing at the top of the second right after this.
Meritage Homes is on the move with brand new neighborhoods in West Sacramento, Roseville, Lincoln, Elk Grove, Plumas Lakes, and Sacramento. Each new Meritage Homes neighborhood features a selection of single and 2-story homes in sizes and budgets to fit the needs of nearly every home buyer. For additional information, you can visit the communities in person, tour their homes online at meritagehomes.com, or call 916-677-5795. 916-677-5795.
Hey fans, the River Cats and Rayleigh Field are selling a brand new hot dog and gourmet sausage. Alpine Meats, the winner of over 18 other companies in that great taste shootout of '93, is now the proud supplier to the River Cats. Alpine products are made in small batches with select meats and premium spices, then slowly smoked with hickory. Alpine Meats, the choice of sports fans at more sports facilities in Northern California than any other company. You'll savor the flavor of Alpine Meats. After all, anything else is just a weenie. Ask your butcher. Alpine Meats, satisfying taste buds since 1936.
The 2006 Sacramento River Cats aren't always playing baseball at Rayleigh Field. During their downtime, you can catch them playing the official gaming console of the 2006 River Cats Xbox 360. Xbox 360 is the most powerful video game and entertainment system out there, delivering the best games, the next generation of premier Xbox Live online gaming services, and unique digital entertainment experiences that revolve around you. Xbox 360, available now at your local retailer. Jump in at xbox.com for more information.
You're listening to Sacramento River Cats Baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. River Cats Baseball is brought to you in part by Chevron with Techron, the first gasoline to be designated top tier by leading automakers. Comcast, more programs you want to watch in HDTV. That's Comcastic. And by Alpine Meats, satisfying taste buds since 1936.
Top of the second we go. No score in the ball game. Mike Elward, Jeff Mathis, and Adam Pakovich to face Shane Comine as Shane delivers an 87-mile-an-hour fastball in the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Elward at 306 on the year, holding the bat very low. A right-handed batter as the pitch misses high, 1-1. What an inning for the A's. An 8-run eighth. They lead 15-2 going into the bottom half of the eighth inning at Fenway. There's the 1-1 pitch. That's hit foul at home plate. And amongst the crowd, it's 1-2. Detroit and Kansas City tied at 6. That game is in the 7th. Mark Teahan has hit his 9th. Angel Burrow his 6th. Tampa Bay and the Angels scoreless in the first. Texas won their ball game earlier today 2-1 with a 1-2 pitch. This is outside with a curveball. It's 2-2. Kevin Millwood now dueling Chris Benson. Millwood now 9-5. Benson 9-8. Otsuka his 18th save. But Texas now 47-43. As the 2-2 pitch that swung on, hit it to right field for a base hit. So Elward picks up the first hit of this baseball game. A sharp single to right. That'll bring up the catcher, Jeff Mathis. So the A's are well on their way to their 47th win. They'll be tied with Texas. Both teams 47-43. The Angels win their game. They'll be 44-45. Yankees beat the White Sox in a good ball game, 6-5. As Kyle Farnsworth got the win. There's the pitch. Look out. This is high and tight. A changeup that missed. High and tight is 1-0. Jeff Mathis. Contreras finally lost. He had that 17-game streak. Or he did not lose. He finally lost. He's now 9-1 this year. Mariano Rivera picked up his 20th save. Aaron Guile. Home run in that game. The pitch is swung on and fouled to our right now to play. I did not know that Aaron Guile was a Yankee. How about that? Aaron Guile with a home run for the Yankees. Former Royal, longtime minor leaguer. How about that? 1-1 the count. On Mathis as Comini over to first to keep an eye on Elward, and Elward gets back. Right-hander looks in. And the pitch. That's taken on the outside corner for a strike. Good fastball. It's 1-2. No score, top of the second inning from Raley Field. Aaron Guile, a home run for the New York Yankees. I was blown away by that. Good for Aaron Guile. Home run in the Yankee uniform as Elward takes the lead at first. There's a 1-2 pitch. That's chased and missed. Down he goes. Going to second base is Elward. He'll get there. So Jeff Mathis strikes out. Elward steals second base. And for Elward, that's his second stolen base in 6 attempts. And that'll bring about Adam Pakovich, the second baseman. I want to say thanks to minor league baseball fans. The Best Western Hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada are offering you a limited edition $50 Best Western travel card, up to 20% off your stays with our baseball fan rate. Experience the best summer ever with the Best Western Hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada. When you stay any 6 nights through August 19th, you get a $50 travel card courtesy of Best Western. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there, nicely for a strike. It's 0-1. Comini checks second, the 0-1 pitch. That's hit foul on the right side. That should reach the Solon glove, and it does, and goes over, and it's 0-2. 0-2 the count on the right-hand hitting Pakovich. And Shane Comine checks second. And the 0-2 pitch. That's taken low. Gets away from Baker. Digging for 3 Elward. He'll get there. So the wild pitch moves Elward to third base. And for Shane, that is wild pitch number 8 on the year. And now Pakovich with a fly ball to get the Salt Lake Bees on the board. Now go to bestwesternbaseball.com or call 866-743-8738. 866-743-8738. And remember to book the baseball fan rate. Infield is in. SB, Beatty, Jimenez, and McLean as Comini looks over at third, and the right-hander's 1-2 pitch. That's taken strike. 3 called on the outside corner. Down he goes. That's the third strikeout for Shane. 2 down. That'll bring up Jason Espedo, the right fielder. Espedo at 262, a couple of home runs and 10 driven in. Espedo 0 for 4 in the first game of this series, a left-handed batter. Comini looks over at third. And the right-hander's pitch. That's swung on and chopped foul at home plate. It's 0-1. And Shane working that shutout in his last start. He allowed a home run to Mathis in the 7th inning of his previous start, but he had thrown 5 consecutive shutout innings before that home run by Mathis. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Got a run in the first, but it was an unearned run. But he's been pretty much lights out his last 4 ball games. Did not allow a run in his previous start to that, and that was against Salt Lake back on the 25th of June. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's hit foul. 2 hour left and out of play. And the count remains at 0-2. Comine's numbers against Salt Lake pretty staggering. 2-0 and an earned run average of 0.64. In his 2 starts, he's worked 14 innings. Allowed 8 hits, just 1 earned run, 2 walks, and he struck out 15. And they're hitting just 160 against him. Looks over at third. Now the 0-2 pitch. That's taken low and away. It's 1-2. He's already thrown 40 pitches on the night, which is a lot more than he would have hoped to have thrown at this point. But Salt Lake still has not scored. One and 2 the count on Jason Espedo. Left-hand hitter, slightly open stance. The 1-2 pitch. Babish is high with the fastball, 2-2. Like Windsor, Comine with tremendous makeup. Doesn't seem to let much bother him out there. Is the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball got him looking great. Pitch at Espedo. Do it. He strikes out the side. 4 strikeouts overall for Shane Comine. No runs, 1 hit, a man left. We are through an inning and a half. River Cats nothing and the Bees nothing. Bottom of the second after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Hey, Claire Watkins. Listen, there's a lot going on this summer. Still got to find one last summer day camp, pick up some of those noodle floaty things for the pool, and all the summer blockbusters are coming out now because it's, well, summer. And the new AT&T has lots of ways to help you stay on top of it all. Like AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month for 12 months. You can find a great camp, buy movie tickets online, and maybe find out the name of those noodle things. Switch from your old cable company to the new AT&T and get 3 months of high-speed internet free. Go online and choose the speed that works for you. So that's Claire's World. For everybody who's not Claire, whatever you want for your world, we can deliver it. Just visit att.com. Oh, and Claire, those noodle thingies, they're called noodles. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxi local charges in the SUSF cost recovery fee extra. High-speed internet bill credit applied after 3 months paid service. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit att.com/shopper details. Not available in all areas.
How do they make the Heineken cake can? Theory number 51. They cloned a smaller version of a cake.
Hey, Doc, you did another sheep.
I know! I'm working on it!
Theory number 15. They put a full-sized keg in ice water, hoping it would shrivel.
Did it shrivel?
Yeah.
Look. I meant the keg. It's cute, though.
The one-of-a-kind Heineken cake can. How did they do that? Imported by Heineken USA, White Plains, New York.
Hi, this is Ken Korak. Tune in all season long to Sacramento River Cats baseball. with Johnny Dasco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score in the ball game. No runs, one hit for the Bees. No runs, no hits for the River Cats. It'll be McLean, Espy, and Ginter to face the left-hander Nathan Bland. McLean at 243, 14 homers, and 55 driven in. First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. Marlino's Freeze and Mr. Pickles, the best double play combination around at 3200 Folsom Boulevard. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Off speed, misses high and away, 1-1. Scott last night 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That swung on and popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Getting a look is Mathis. That's well in amongst the crowd. Very enthusiastic fan, excited. Good for him. He's got a baseball. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That misses high and away. Ball 2-2-2. Playing 2 for his last 12. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on him. Look out as the bat ends up in the River Cat dugout. That's a second strikeout for Bland. He's retired 4 straight. 1 away. And that will bring up the first baseman, Nate Espy. Good breaking ball from Nate Bland there. Here's Espy, who's at 280 with 7 homers and 33 driven in. Nate with a big RBI double in the first inning of that game. River Cats needed all 3 of those runs. And Salt Lake would score 2 in the third and 1 in the sixth to tie it. We're waiting for Boca Chica's heroics 3 innings later as the pitch swung on and missed. And it's 0-1. So the Red Sox have scored a run. It's now 15-3 Oakland in the bottom half of the 8th. The right fielder Espedo well off the line. As the pitch taken inside, it's 1-1. Bland stares into Jeff Mathis. Now the 1-1 pitch. Off speed, misses a little bit low. A 72-mile-an-hour straight change. It's now 2-1 on Espy. Pretty good run, though, for Jose Contreras, huh? Winning streak at 17 decisions is the 2-1 pitch. That swung on, hit the left field for a base hit. He just muscled it into left. So Espy picks up the 1-out single here in the second. And that will bring up the designated hitter, Keith Ginter. Here's Ginter, who's hitting .281 on the year with 6 homers, driven in 40. Espy at first. We're in a scoreless game. Bottom half of the second is Nathan Bland. The high set and the left-hander's pitch. That misses very high. Ball 1-1-0. River Cats are hitting just .238 against Salt Lake this year. Compared to the Bees, .283 against River Cat pitching. Salt Lake has won 8 of the 13 games. The 1-0 pitch taken for a strike. Good pitch. It's 1-1. Game number 93 on the year. Yeah, Tony DeFrancesco said the other day he'd like this team to finish 10 games over 500. Espy takes the lead. Bland's pitch. That swung on. A fly ball to left center. And going over for it is Pride. He can't make the play. Goes past it. Rolls all the way to the wall. Into third base goes Espy. DeFrancesco will wave him home. Here comes the relay to the plate on one hop. A good throw. And he is out at the plate. Great throw by Casey Smith, the shortstop, on a relay from the center fielder Willits. It's a double for Ginter. But Espy is thrown out. And that goes, I believe, 8-6-2. as he's thrown out. Great throw by Casey Smith. 8-6-2, a double for Ginter, 2 down. Here's John Baker, the catcher. So here's Baker. Good relay from Willits. I mean, he fed it perfectly. And Casey Smith did the rest. And give Mathis credit, concentrating on the one hop and making the tag on Nate Espy. There's Baker. Baker at 290, 3 homers and 27 driven in. For Ginter, that is his team-leading 21st double of the year, his 78th hit. So lefty versus lefty. As Bland looks into Mathis. And the pitch. That's taken for a strike, 0-1. Cardinals shut out the Dodgers today 5-0. That was Chris Carpenter picking up his 8th win, now 8-4. Derek Logan lost 7-6. Off speed misses away. It's 1-1. Juan Encarnacion, it is 12 for the St. Louis Cardinals. And Chris Duncan with his 4th home run of the year. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, it just missed. Looks like a pretty good pitch now, 2-1. Seattle beat Toronto today, 5-3. The Mariners now 44-46. Gil Mesh picked up his 9th win today. Ginter takes his lead from second as Nate Bland checks second. And the 2-1 pitch. That's fouled back over the screen and amongst the crowd. It's 2-2. Well, Aaron Harang won his 10th game today. Now 10-6. The Reds beat the Rockies 3-1. Got the win over Jennings. Guardado with his 2nd save. And Adam Dunn hit his 29th for the Reds. There's the 2-2 pitch. Travis is low and away. It's 3-2. So Bland comes from a few different arm angles. That one more from the side. And the Reds now with that win, they're 47-44. They won on a 1-8 skid heading into the All-Star break. A big trade. Three and two, the count with 2 outs. As Ginter takes his lead from second. And the 3-2 pitch. That's popped up foul, third base side out of play. Count remains at 3-2. Here, Royce Clayton. Now Cincinnati Reds. Shevsky. Rank 7 innings, 3 hits, had no runs. He walked 2, struck out 7. His ERA is 3.5. 3-2. Oh! Ball just came out of Bland's hand, and I think it's going to be called a balk. It is, yeah. It's going to be called a balk. It just completely slipped out of Bland's hand. It only went about 15 feet. That's kind of an embarrassing moment for Bland. It's going to be a balk. John Baker is still going to be at the plate because it's a balk. Baker was confused. He was on his way to first base thinking it was a walk, but it was a balk. And taking third is Ginter. That's an embarrassing moment. Ben Fritz is not laughing because he remembers what happened to him. And I guarantee you in that dugout he's thinking about, even talking to Charles Thomas about, the one that he spiked in Tacoma where it slipped out of his hand and he threw the ball about 8 feet and went straight into the ground. It's an embarrassing moment, no question about it. 3-2 the count on Baker. Runner at third base is Ginter. As Bland out of a windup. Now the 3-2 pitch. That swung on and fouled away. And it's happened to every single pitcher on the planet at some point But it just completely slipped out of his hand. There's nothing you can do. No score, bottom of the second inning. Get to a third base. Here's a 3-2 pitch. That swung on and missed. Down he goes. So he gets out of it unharmed. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left. We're through 2. River Cats nothing. Salt Lake nothing. Back with the top of the third after this.
You know how popular natural foods are today. What you may not know, if you'll permit me to toot our horn a little, Raley's was the first to offer natural foods in a supermarket. A separate department, like a store within a store, about 25 years ago. Over the years, our selection of natural food items has grown, and today, I doubt you'll find another major supermarket chain with our variety. Plus, we offer fresh organic produce items. This is a good time to shop at Raley's in Bel Air. Through July 25th, we're having a big natural food sale. Savings on popular natural items like Jenna soy powder and soy milk, Silk brand. And we have the newest natural items like Inco's ready-to-drink white tea and Samuel Smith organic beer. Plus reduced prices on organic produce and fresh natural meats. At Raley's in Bel Air, a bigger selection of natural foods and vitamins. Stop by during our sale.
For 60 years, you've included Best Western in your family summer vacation. To say thanks, the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada are offering you a limited edition $50 Best Western travel card and up to 20% off your stays with our baseball fan rate. Experience the best summer ever with the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada. Because when you stay any 6 nights with us through August 19th, you'll receive a $50 travel card to use toward a future Best Western stay anywhere in the world and save up to 20% off with our baseball fan rate. Visit us today at bestwesternbaseball.com or call 866-743-8738 and book the baseball fan rate.
Hi, this is Doug Clark. Tune in all season long to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Dasco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
We go to the top of the third inning, no score in the ball game. It'll be Casey Smith, Reggie Willits, and Curtis Pride. Well, Xbox 360, the most powerful video game and entertainment system out there, delivering the best games, the next generation of premier Xbox Live online gaming services, and unique digital entertainment experiences that revolve around you. Xbox 360, the official gaming console of your River Cats. Available now at your local retailer. Jump in at Xbox.com for more information. Casey Smith, right-handed batter, step up to the plate. Comini has struck out 4 of the last 5 batters he has faced. Chained out of a windup, and the pitch to Casey Smith taken for a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He is now 12 strikeouts away from 100th for the year. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That fastball misses high. Ball 1-1-0. We're in the bottom of the ninth now. Still 15-3 Oakland. The pitch is swung on and bounced on the right side, moving to his right beady. Second baseman scoops it up, throws to Espy in time, and there is one away. That's 4 straight. And 6 of 7 retired by Shane Comine. That'll bring up the center fielder, Reggie Willits. Ron Flores in there now for the A's. So here's Reggie Willits, a switch hitter batting from the left side. Milwaukee leading Arizona 2-1. That game is in the 5th. Atlanta 4, San Diego 1. That's in the 3rd. Chipper Jones is homered his 12th. Andrew Jones did his 21st. Comini's pitch. That's taken inside. Ball 1-1-0. Phillies and Giants. It's 1-0 Philadelphia in the 3rd inning. There's a 1-0 pitch. That's swung on and lifted foul left side out of play. It's 1-1. For the Office of Traffic Safety reminds you to wear your seatbelt. Click it or ticket. It's the law. No score. Top half of the 3rd inning from Raley Field. Comine stares in, looking over that glove. Now out of a windup at the 1-1 pitch. That's a chopper foul outside first. Clipped into the crowd by someone with the photographer as well. It's 1-2. Tomorrow, a 7:05 start. It'll be right-hander Dustin Mosley for Salt Lake. They'll go against right-hander Ben Fritz. There's a 1-2 pitch. That's taken a little bit low. Good fastball. It's now 2-2 on Willits. Willits listed at 5'11", 185. That 5'11" is pretty generous. Two-two pitch. That's hit foul down the left field line, slicing well out of play. Mets beat the Cubs earlier today, 6-3. As Traxel won his 7th straight. He's now 9-4. Greg Maddux loses the game. He's 7-10. A 2-2 pitch. Off-speed chop foul behind home plate. I'll tell you, give the Rangers credit. They're getting some decent pitching of late, and a 2-1 win over Baltimore. Well, Millwood with his 9th win, and 2-2 pitch. That's hit foul once again by Willits. And they're making Comenia work. 52 pitches for the right-hander. What a breakout year for Gary Matthews Jr. Hitting .330, has 109 hits, 30 doubles, 10 homers, driven in 47 runs. 2-2 pitch. That misses outside. Ball 3-3-2. That's good at bat for Reggie Willits here. No score in the ball game. We're in the top half of the 3rd inning with the Rivercats and Bees. Rivercats need to sweep this series to split this 16 games in the regular season. There's a 3-2 pitch. That's popped up foul. Third base side out of play. Well, it's 25 years old. 3-2 pitch. That swung on hit on one off to the second baseman. Off the glove of it. He sticks with it, throws to first, and throws it away. He throws it past Espy. It's backed up by Baker. That'll be an error charge to the second baseman. He knew he had to hurry with Willits running. But Beatty will be the first one to tell you he should have had that play to his left. And here is Curtis Pride, the left fielder, who walked in the first. So Andrew Beatty with the error for Andrew, his 3rd error in his 33rd game. And here is Pride. Willits a threat to run. He's stolen 22 bases. He's been caught 14 times, though. Shane comes set. And goes over to first. Did not show him the good move there. But Willits has seen the good move. Here's the pitch. That's taken for a strike on the inside corner. That's a good pitch. It's 0-1. Trying to look back to see if Comine ever picked off Reggie Willits this year. I don't think he did. There's the pitch. That's a little bouncer on the right side, fielded by Espy. Will go to second base for 1. That's all they'll get. And Willits was coming in, and Menes avoiding Reggie Willits coming on the slide. That goes 3-6 on the put out. They get the lead runner. Pride safe at first, 2 down. Here's the first baseman, Casey Kochman. And the Rivercats have activated right-hander pitcher Brad Ziegler from AA Midland. He was 7-5 and earned an average of 3.23 in 18 starts. And left-hander Adam Pettyjohn, who was with the Rivercats in 2004, has been acquired as a free agent. Here's the pitch. That's taken for a strike in the inside corner. It's 0-1 on Jason Perry. On Casey Kochman. Looking ahead in the 3rd, it'll be Perry, Jimenez, and Clark. No score, top half of the 3rd inning. Yeah, so Pettyjohn was 3-1 after 6.32 in his 9 starts and 1 relief appearance with the Rivercats 2 years ago. Pitched a complete game on the 10th of August, 2004. And they have left-hander Adam Pettyjohn back with the Rivercats. Right-hander comes set. Comine over to first stand. That's the good move as he keeps an eye on Curtis Pride. So Brad Ziegler, no relation if you're wondering, to Mike Ziegler, former Rivercat. Ball 1 pitch. That's taken inside. Ball 1-1-1. It's been a battle for Comida tonight, not coming quite as easy as it has in his last 4 starts. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. No score, top half of the 3rd inning. Pride takes the lead, and once again, Comini over to first, keep an eye on him. Howie Kendrick was called up to the big club today. So the Angels calling up their great second base prospect, who's hitting almost 370. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That swung on a little bouncer out of the second base. We won't miss 2 in a row, I'll tell you that, as Beatty makes the play and throws him out. The inning is over. So 4-3 on the put out, no runs, no hits in there, 1 left. We're through 2.5. Salt Lake nothing, and the Rivercats nothing. We're on the bottom half of the 3rd after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
In baseball, you can tell a real pitcher by his ERA and a real fan by his HD TV. Yep, high-definition TV from Comcast Digital Cable. You've never seen baseball like this, with amazing color and detail, so lifelike you'll be reaching for your mitt. Plus, you'll get a huge lineup of premium and local programming in HD. You know, for those 5 minutes a week you're not watching sports. So this season, don't just see the game, be the game with HD TV from Comcast. Call 1-800-COMCAST today.
Did you know that Lou Gehrig's baseball career included 493 home runs before ALS struck him out? Hit your own home run against Lou Gehrig's disease by raising money to support patient services and ongoing research to find a cure at the 6th Annual Walk to Defeat ALS. The walk will be held Saturday, October 7th at the Elk Grove Regional Park during the Harvest Festival. Help the Sacramento Rivercats throw Lou Gehrig's disease a curveball. For ticket information, visit alssac.org. The Sacramento Rivercats are once again a proud sponsor of the ALS Association Greater Sacramento Chapter.
Hey, know what bat guano is? Well, it isn't what happens to your bat when you've done nothing but ride the bench for the entire season. Bat guano is one of the key ingredients in Kellogg Patio Plus outdoor potting soil, and there's nothing better for your outdoor potted plants if you want to make them grow beautiful and healthy. Patio Plus works because it's made with bat guano along with other good things, like worm castings and chicken manure, which wouldn't be a bad thing to call the opposing pitcher. Patio Plus, one of the Kellogg planting mixes. Topper, Grow Mulch, Amend, Enrich, and Patio Plus, the official garden products of the Sacramento Rivercats.
You're listening to Sacramento Rivercats baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. Rivercats baseball is brought to you in part by Termidor. What's America's top termite defense? Termidor. Visit TermidorHome.com today. Kellogg Garden Products. Kellogg, the official planting mixes of the Sacramento Rivercats. And by the Golden One, California's leading credit union.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score in the game. Before we hear about Perry, Jimenez, and Clark, let's pause for station identification on the Sacramento Rivercats radio network.
KTKZ Sacramento, where your opinion counts. A service of Salem Communications. KTKZ News Talk.
All right, here's Jason Perry. Just had a few days off, and Jason back in the starting lineup at 251, 5 homers, 25 driven in, lefty versus lefty. And the pitch taken for a strike, and the count 0-1. Perry 1 for 14 on the last road trip. At 343 in the month of June, pitch is taken a little low. It's now 1-1 on Jason Perry. Perry's been mired in a bit of a slump and trying to battle his way out of it. 1-1 the count as Nate Bland out of a windup in the 1-1 pitch. That's taken outside, 2-1. Well, Java City, Sacramento's specialty coffee roaster since 1894. Invites you to grab a coffee or Javalanche at our concession stand while you enjoy the game at Raley Field. And Rivercat fans, shop at javacity.com. Get free shipping within Sacramento. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That's hit down the left field line. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Pride. Perry takes the 35-foot turn and holds there with a single. So a line drive single down the line for Perry going the other way. And that makes hitting coach Brian McCarn very happy. There is D'Angelo Jimenez, the shortstop, will be the hitter. Good piece of hitting by Jason Perry. The Rivercats' third hit. And here is Jimenez. Jimenez at 130 on the year. The homers, 4 driven in is the pitch. That's taken for a strike, 0-1. In on the grass at third is Elward. So Mosley and Fritz tomorrow. On Sunday, a 7:05 start. It'll be right-hander Casey Olenberger against left-hander Randy Kiesler. 0-1 pitch. That's taken outside. It's 1-1. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Rivercats. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Bees. Perry takes his lead. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's one line drive foul. Look out. It's now 1-2 on D'Angelo Jimenez. Land over to first to keep an eye on Perry, and Jason gets back. Middle infield in double play depth. Perry takes his lead. Bland to the plate this time. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled away. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses low. Ball 2-2-2. Dan Johnson will join the ball club in the next couple of days. Join the Rivercats. It's been a tough year for Dan. Went through a stretch where he was hitting the ball pretty well. Got off to a real tough start. Had a pretty bad slump through late June, early July. 2-2 the count on D'Angelo Jimenez. No score, bottom half of the third inning. Jason Perry takes his lead at first. There's a 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, little ground ball down to the first baseman. Going to second, and he throws offline. Everybody's safe. It's unbelievable. Kochman was about a foot from that first base bag. Instead of stepping on the bag, he wants to get that lead runner so badly, but his throw is offline. So that'll be a fielder's choice and an error charge to Kochman. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Here's Doug Clark. Yeah, Kochman, I mean, he was literally 10 to 12 inches from that first base bag. And instead of just stepping on it and firing to second, he said that's the only way to get that sure out is by firing immediately to second base. I was surprised he never touched first base. Here's Clark, who struck out in the first inning 0 for 1. So Kochman with a physical error, but kind of a mental mistake by not just going over and touching the bag. But I guess he thought even by doing that, as the bunt is down by Clark, and if you feel about the pitcher Bland, his only play is the first where he throws in time to get Clark up. The sacrifice works 1-3. Now taking second base, Jimenez, taking third, Perry, and here's Andrew Beatty, the second baseman. I guess Kochman thought even by going over and touching first base, that would assure that Perry was going to get to second base. He didn't think that was an assumption to make. So here's Beatty with runners on second and third and 1 out. No score, bottom half of the third inning. Here's a pitch. That swung on, a fly ball to center field. Coming up for it, Willett still coming up, long way to come, makes the catch, and holding at third base is Perry as Willett fires it in. So a shallow pop fly by Beatty. He cannot bring the runner home, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Iran Boca Chica. It's a scoreless game in the third. I doubt they will put him on with the base open. But the way he has been swinging the bat against Salt Lake pitching, I wouldn't be shocked. I know it's very early in this game. Yeah, it looks like they're going to pitch to him. We'll see if Boca Chica can do it again. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. Boca Chica 13 for 39 in the month of July, with 6 homers this month already. Off speed, taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. Boca Chica 4 home runs against Salt Lake. He's driven in 10 runs. 10 of his 30 RBIs have come against Salt Lake. 375 against Salt Lake pitching. There's the 0-1 pitch that misses high with a fastball. It's 1-1. No score. Bottom of the third. Johnny Dawson with you. Kelvin Sow, TSAO, our engineer. Great to have you with us. And Jimenez from second. Perry from third. Left-hander Nate Bland. The high set. Now the 1-1 pitch. That swung on a miss. And it's now 1-2. 1-2 on Boca Chica. Boca Chica hitting .357 with runners in scoring position. And hitting .400, easy for me to say, with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Yeah, the Rivercats continuing their Thursday magic last night. They're 12-3 on Thursdays. There's a 1-2 pitch. That's taken low. It's now 2-2. 2-2 on Boca Chica. Jimenez and Perry take their lead. Not taking too much time, and now some confusion as Mathis will go out there and check on Bland. Now the Rivercats and their team batting average has got progressively worse with each passing month. Rivercats hit .283 in the month of May, hit .247 in the month of June. July hitting .235. Trying to get that back. 2-2 to count with 2 outs. There's a 2-2 pitch. That's swung on, hit into center field for a base hit. Boca Chica does it again. Perry will score. Jimenez will score. On a single by Boca Chica, it's now 2-0 Rivercats. Boca Chica, a 2-run single. He moves to second on the throw. It's a 2-0 Rivercat lead. RBIs 31 and 32 for Boca Chica. And that'll bring up Scott McLean, the third baseman. Unbelievable, this guy. This is his 33rd game. He has 32 RBIs. He's coming up with as many big hits as Mike Edwards came up with in that 2003 season. And Boca Chica just got here. There's a pitch. That's taken inside. It's 1-0. And every time a big situation comes up these days, Boca Chica comes up with a big hit. And he out from second base. 1-0 the count on Scott McLean. There's a pitch. That's swung on it foul outside third and down the line with a changeup. It's 1-1. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Sacramento. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Bees. Well, Tacoma lost Adam Jones to the big club. Jones is a center fielder, great prospect, just 20 years old. Will turn 21 next month. He is called up by Seattle. Seattle also optioned Shin-Soo Choo back to Tacoma. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That's taken inside. He checked his swing at 2-1. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That swung on and missed 2-2. Big cut by McLean there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rouse getting the night off with a left-hander pitching. Here's a 2-2 pitch for Bland. That's taken inside. It's now 3-2 on McLean. 54 pitches for Nate Bland. Outstanding crowd on this Friday night as Bland checks second on the 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball, chop foul toward Nate Espy. On next circle, the count remains at 3-2. They were saying Michael Urban's calling today on MLB.com talking about Nick Swisher getting most of the time at first base. Mel Hughes might get some time at first base as well. Here's a 3-2 pitch. That swung on and missed. Down he goes. So McLean strikes out, but the River Cats do get a couple of runs. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 man left. We're through 3. It's the River Cats 2 and Salt Lake nothing. Back with the top of the 4th after this.
I'm looking for a low interest rate on a home equity loan.
How does 18.9% sound?
Can you go any lower?
How does 18.9% sound?
Other banks talk low rates, but only U.S. Bank has low rates with 5-star service guaranteed. Flexible home equity loans, fast decisions, and low rates. U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have? U.S. Bank, equal housing lender.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Brewery. How may I help you?
Hi. I was wondering if I could return my beer for a refund.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Well, it's not a big deal. I just bought a 12-pack for me and my friends, and I think they're defective. Like they didn't have any taste. You know what I mean? Like the beer didn't tasted like nothing.
And you want to go ahead and return those?
Well, let me ask you this: does it ever happen where like the taste adder guy dozes off or something? Or oh my gosh, what if he was pulling a prank on us? That's brilliant. Is there a guy named Pete who works there? Because I got a buddy named Pete who used to glue quarters to the floor to watch people try to pry him up. Hysterical.
Listen, sir,
Well, I'll tell you what. No, thank you very much. I'm just going to go get a 12-pack of Miller Lite instead. I appreciate your help.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Hi, this is Sean Combs, and you're listening to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Doskow on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, we go to the top of the 4th, and Shane Comine and the River Cats have a 2-0 lead. Going to be Dallas McPherson, Mike Elward, and Jeff Mathis to face the right-hander Shane Comine. Glad you're with us here. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the River Cats. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Bees. McPherson struck out looking in the first inning, one of 4 strikeout victims for Shane Comine. Shane out of a windup in the right-hander's pitch. That's taken low and inside ball 1-1-0. Remember, this day in the baseball history segment brought to you by the Golden One Credit Union, California's leading credit union. This date in 1968, Hank Aaron hits home run number 500 off Mike McCormick, becoming the 8th major leaguer to reach the milestone. Aaron Hank's 3-run homer over the left center field fence proves to be the difference as the Braves beat the Giants at Atlanta Stadium 4-2. There's a 1-0 pitch. That's taken high with a fastball 2-0. This date last year, defeating their historical arch rivals, the Giants become the first team to win 10,000 games as a franchise by edging the Dodgers in Los Angeles 4-3. 2-0 pitch. That's swung on, bounced on the right side, moving to his right. Espy will make the play. He'll feed. Comine covering in time. There is one away. 3-1 on the put out. Here's Mike Elwood, the third baseman. And the Giants, who started as the New York Gothams in 1899, have posted a 10,000 and 8,511 record for the club's 123 seasons in the National League. That's this date in baseball history. Brought to you by the Golden One Credit Union, the official credit union partner of the River Cats. But here's Elwood, a right-hand hitter. He has the only hit off Comine. The breaking ball misses 1-0. There's a 1-0 pitch. That's taken high. Ball 2-2-0. Florida beat Houston today 3-1. Sanchez the win now 2-0. Clemens loses. He falls to 1-3. Pitch taken for a strike. It's 2-1. And the ball, Sanchez, the rookie right-hander, just 22 years old. It's a nice game today. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's taken high, 3-1. The 67 pitches for Shane Comine so far in the ball game. We're in the fourth inning, 2-0 River Cats. Comine out of a windup in the 3-1 pitch. That's taken low, ball 4. So Shane walks his second batter of the game. And that'll bring up the catcher, Jeff Mathis. Mathis struck out swinging in the second inning, 0 for 1. We have our word of the game. You take that word to rivercats.com. Your chance to win great prizes, including autographed bats and balls, jerseys, and much, much more. There's the pitch. That's taken a little bit low. It's 1-0. Our word of the game, sacrifice bunt. Sacrifice bunt, the word of the game. So take that word to rivercats.com. Because at Raley Field, everybody plays. 1-0 the count on Mike Elwood. Or on Mathis, rather, as Elwood takes the lead. The pitch swung on a miss and took something off. It's 1-1. The Dodgers were held to just 2 hits in that game against the Cardinals. Chris Carpenter weaving a 2-hit shutout. As the pitch misses outside, it's 2-1. Once again, Comine is behind. Yeah, Carpenter allowed 2 hits in 9 innings, no walks, 7 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. That misses low and inside, and Baker can't find the ball, and Elwood moves to second base on the wild pitch. So it's now 3-1 on Mathis. And Shane, but they're scoring that a stolen base. Wow. So a stolen base credited to Mike Elwood there. His second of the game, his third of the year. Comine's 2-1 pitch. That swung on line, drive, fouled. A nice play by a fan. Taking the play on the 1 hop near the tarp. Outstanding play. 2-2 to count on Mathis. Yeah, Comine just does not have that real good rhythm that we've seen him have in his last 4 starts, but he still leads 2-0. He's only allowed 1 hit. Right-hander has been behind for much of the night as he comes set, check, second on the 2-2 pitch. That's taken outside, maybe ball 4. He squeezed a bit too. So Mathis walks. With the 3-2 pitch, and here is Adam Pakovich, the second baseman. They've had at least 1 man on in every inning. Now they have 2 men on in the 4th, and here's Pakovich, who struck out in the 2nd. He's hitting .240 on the year. Here's the pitch. That's swung on, a fly ball to left center. Drifting over to his right, Boca Chica under it now. He makes the catch, and there are 2 away. Now moving at the right fielder, Jason Espedo. Eckstein was 4 for 5 for the Cardinals today. He's hitting .315. Eckstein replaced Jose Reyes on the All-Star team. Now, he's in the All-Star game for both the American League and the National League now. As the pitch that's swung on and missed, and it's 0-1 on the left hand hitting Jason Espedo. What a night for Mark Ellis. As Ellis, who has been slumping, but Mark had 5 RBIs today, putting his 4th home run. The 0-1 pitch that swung on and lifted to shallow left. Going over for McLean, so is Jimenez. Clark. Will they run out of room? And yeah, he made the catch. That was McLean. We're blocked over here. McLean made the catch in foul territory. Great play. Wow. And high fives all over the place for Scott McLean. I'd love to get a different camera angle on that. Did not see it. Scott McLean made the catch. 5F if you're scoring with us. No runs, no hits. 2 walks and 2 left. We're through 3.5. It's Sacramento 2, Salt Lake nothing. Back with the bottom of the 4th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
This just in, some gasoline brands you think of as being premium aren't so premium after all. Because while Chevron with Techron was the first gasoline-designated top-tier gasoline by BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota, some of our big-name competitors still don't qualify. So stop by Chevron, where premium isn't just another way of saying close but not quite Techron. Chevron. And you can pay for your gas and other purchases with your Chevron credit card.
Girl, I'm no liar. I go to mycokerewards.com for all your heart's desire. Girl, I'll put you in a fine dress from Blue Flag, Six Flags roller coaster ride, even a Hilton Sweet Beach side. And with every 2-liter, 20-ounce of fridge pack, I'm gonna save up for the things that you lack. So baby, I'm singing this song for you to tell you about my love. mycokerewards.com.
Residency and other restrictions apply. Enter codes by 12/31/06 or visit www.mycokerewards.com for details.
Interested in an extra $100,000? Then all you have to do to enter to win is take a test drive at the Roseville Auto Mall before they sell their 500,000th car. 16 dealers, 21 brands, and a proud sponsor of the Sacramento River Cats. Eureka Road off I-80 right on Sunrise.
We know what drives you. Roseville Auto Mall.
Home of the $100,000 giveaway. Vehicle test drive required with valid California driver's license, but no purchase necessary to enter or win. See dealer for details.
Hi, this is Barry Zito, and you're listening to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Dasco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, bottom of the 4th, 2-0 the score. The River Cats are leading it. Barry Zito picking up his 9th win today, now 9-6. Chris Caitlin and Colleen Joyle tuning into River Cats Baseball. Nice to have you along. Tuning in along the internet back east. So here's Espy, Ginter, and Baker, numbers 5, 6, and 7. 2-0 Sacramento, bottom of the 4th. As Nate Bland out of a windup, and the pitch to the right hand hitting Espy is taken for a strike 0-1. 2-0 River Cat lead, trying to make it 6 out of 14 against Salt Lake. 0-1 pitch. That changeup misses outside 1-1. Espy constantly working on his swing, still tries to keep it simple, but constantly trying to look for ways to improve and work on things at batting practice. The 1-1 pitch, that swung on a fly ball to right field, coming up for it is Speedo, and he makes the running catch. There is one away. One down to the 4th. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Keith Ginter. Here's Ginter, who doubled in the 2nd inning. Ginter at 284 on the year. There's a pitch. That's swung and a miss. Big cut by Ginter on that fastball from Bland. It's 0-1. Rivercats getting a 2-run single by Iram Boca Chica in the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball just misses 1-1. Throws for Lauderdale 16 dealers, 21 brands, home of the $100,000 giveaway. Take a test drive. You're entered to win $100,000 when they sell 500,000 cars. Eureka Road off I-80, go right on Sunrise. There's a 1-1 pitch. That's taken on the inside edge or thereabouts for a strike. It's 1-2. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2. After this 4-game set, the Rivercats will head to Colorado Springs, Colorado, take on the Sky Sox for 4 before coming home. And they will take on the Sky Sox for 4 here at home next weekend. Yeah, that'll be next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Rivercats and the Sky Sox. Yes, to see Ryan Sheely. 3-2 the count with 1 out. Here's Bland's 3-2 pitch. That's hit foul. 2 out right now to play. With one of the streets, stay in there. Count remains at 3-2. Yeah, Salt Lake, I mean, they've been hurt by the injury bug a little bit, but they've also been hurt with guys going up to the big club. The 3-2 pitch misses low and inside, ball 4. So Ginter walks. That's the first walk issued by Bland. And that'll bring up John Baker, the catcher. And even with Salt Lake, even when their pitching has struggled, they've not been all that often this year that the bats would come alive. When the bats struggle, the pitching would come alive. But now they've lost some pitchers. They may lose more pitchers. Rely on guys like Nate Bland, make spot starts. And here's Baker, who struck out swinging in the second inning over 1. Bland has 4 strikeouts. There's the pitch. That's swung on and missed on a breaking ball. Baker tried to hold up but could not. It's 0-1. Left-hander over to first to keep an eye on Keith Ginter. 2-0 Sacramento, bottom of the 4th inning. Dan Johnson bobblehead giveaway on the 4th of August. And here we are, the 14th of July. Not a given he'll be here, but he might. Left-hander over to first to check on Ginter. Johnson just optioned down. You never know how long that will be. We know it'll be for at least 10 days, but you never know if they'll still be here by the 4th of August. Remember, Bobby Crosby was here on his bobblehead giveaway last year, rehabbing. That was on the 27th of May last year. It was completely coincidental. Ginter takes the lead at first. The left-hander comes set. And Bland to the plate. The 0-1 pitch. That's swung on and missed. A couple of not so great cuts by Baker in this sequence. 0-2 the count on John. And he gets a base hit. In this at bat, no one remembers those swings. 0-2 the count. Starting the wave here at Raley Field. 2-0 Sacramento. We're at the bottom of the 4th inning. Ginter takes his lead. The left-hander comes set. And Bland over to first to check on Keith. Here's the 0-2. That's taken on the outside edge. Strike recalled, and Baker knew it. So you just tip your cap. 5 strikeouts now for Bland. That'll bring up Jason Perry, the right fielder. That's not a great at-bat for Bank. He walks back to the Rivercat dugout. Here is Perry, singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Well, River Cat fans, visit your local retailer wherever Miller Lite or Miller Genuine Draft is proudly sold for an exclusive River Cats ticket discount offer. Corey Myers taking over at first base for Salt Lake. Begin this inning, taking over for Casey Toxman. They'll take over that 3 slot. And he's holding on Ginter, left-hander up at first. Keep an eye on him. Purchase a Miller Lite or Miller Genuine Draft 12-pack or large. You get a coupon to save 50% off Gold Rush Delta Box or Hot Corner seats. Redeem your coupon at the Rayleigh Field box office. Restrictions do apply. Offer expires September 1st this year. Landing into first and back in safely as Ginter. Open to California residents of legal drinking age. Miller, good call. Here's a pitch. That's taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. Different arm angle there for Dave Bland. 0-1 on Jason Perry. Pitch. That's swung on it down the right field line. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Rounding second base, digging for 3 is Ginter. The throw to third base on 1 up. Great throw, and they get him. Wow. What a throw by Jason Espedo. The second outfield assist today. So Jason Espedo guns him down. It goes 9-5 on the footout on that single by Perry. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 1 left. We're through 4. Sacramento 2, Salt Lake nothing. Back with the top of the 5th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
We have all heard the stories of the great fires that struck the cities of Baltimore, Chicago, and San Francisco. Many lives were lost and millions of dollars of property destroyed. Back then, fire protection systems did not exist. With the advent of fire sprinkler systems came the skilled professionals who install them. Union Sprinkler Fitters are highly trained professionals who are proud to protect your homes, schools, workplace, and property. Since 1915, Union Sprinkler Fitters have been making your life more livable by helping to make you, your family, and coworkers safe. This message is brought to you by Road Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669, serving the greater Sacramento area with pride and distinction.
How do they make the Heineken cake can? Theory number 8. They humiliated a full-sized keg and made it feel small.
You're pathetic. You're weak. You disgust me. You are nothing. Look at that waistline. You're just a big, fat, porky keg. Take this. Oh, there goes the big toe.
The one-of-a-kind Heineken cake can. How did they do that? Imported by Heineken USA, White Plains, New York.
We will fight.
I'm here on the street where all the neighborhood grills are gathering. There seems to be a strike of some sort. Here comes a grill now. Sir, your name, please.
Weber.
What's your beef?
We're tired of grilling low-grade meat. It tastes bad, and we get blamed for it.
What are your demands?
Roseville meats. 60 different marinated meats, tri-tip chicken breast, even exotic meats.
Mile 4.
USDA Prime.
You heard it here. Roseville Meats, 700 Atlantic Street, just a mile off I-80 in Roseville.
You're listening to Sacramento River Cats Baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. River Cats Baseball is brought to you in part by Jackson Rancheria Casino Hotel and Conference Center, where friendship is the largest jackpot. The Roseville Auto Mall, 16 dealers, 21 brands, 1 location. We know what drives you. And by U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have?
All right, we go to the top of the 5th as Comine delivers a little high, maybe away. It's 1-0. Smith, Casey Smith, Reggie Willits, and Curtis Pride, numbers 9, 1, and 2. 2-0 to score. The River Cats lead it. Comine has thrown 78 pitches on the night. Nothing like the taste of Jim Boy's Tacos, and I guess they're selling Jim Boy's Tacos here at the ballpark tonight. 50 years of great tasting favorites. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's taken a little high. It's 2-0. Go to jimboys.com for the location nearest you. Jim Boy's Tacos. Sometimes you just got to have a real taco. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's foul back, 2-1. The count on Smith. 2-1 pitch. That just misses. 3-1. Man, he is not missing by a whole lot. Smith in his 6th year in the Angel chain. From Alabama, 27 years old. There's a 3-1 pitch. That's swung on, hit to right center for a base hit. So Casey Smith, a leadoff single here in the 5th. Just the second hit. Check that. That is, the second hit off Comine. And that'll bring up Reggie Willits with 1 on and nobody out. There's Willits, who was robbed by Doug Clark. Clark making a nice play to his left in the 1st inning, and he reached on a beady air in the 3rd. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the River Cats. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Salt Lake. Shane comes setting on the pitch. That's popped up down the left field line, slicing out of play. It's 0-1. Willits has walked 61 times this year and struck out 45 times. Winnie over to first and back in safely is Casey Smith. There's the 0-1 pitch. That's hit foul down the left field line once again, 0-2. Fresno leads Colorado Springs 6-3 in the 7th. Tucson leading Vegas again 5-1 in the 5th. Tucson looking for their 58th win of the year. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's swung on, a little flare that is going to be caught by the shortstop Jimenez. Beatty and Jimenez were converging, and Jimenez made the catch on the soft line drive, and there is 1 away. That could have been dangerous. They were going to hit one another. Here is Curtis Pride, the left fielder. Tacoma and Portland tied at 3 in the 5th. Paul McAnulty has hit 2 home runs, numbers 12 and 13. Iowa leading Albuquerque 3-2 in the 8th. Omaha won in the completion of an earlier game 3-2. And Ryan Beerlocker got the win over Walker. As the pitch, fastball misses high, 1-0. Nashville beat Memphis today 8-3. Nashville came in 3 games up on Iowa. Iowa had won 5 straight. One to know on Pride. And Scamini over to first to keep an eye on Casey Smith. So New Orleans beat Round Rock. With Nashville winning their game and Iowa leading in their game. Iowa trying to remain 3 games behind the Nashville Sounds. Round Rock just running away with things, as is Tucson. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's taken high, 2-0. So once again, Shane behind. No one throwing in the Rivercat bullpen. Shane's at 87 pitches for the night. Rivercats lead 2-0 in the 5th. Curtis Pride. You're talking about a guy playing the game the right way. That's Curtis Pride. I believe 21st year of pro ball. There's a 2-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike on the outside edge. It's 2-1. Pride, an inspiration to many people. As many of you know, just about 100% deaf, and he's been inspiration to a lot of hearing impaired people around the country. 2-1 pitch. That's taken high, 3-1. Now, as if Casey Smith is off on this pitch, 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Comini has not had his great stuff tonight. He has battled in this game. much like Zito did in his 5 innings tonight at Boston. There's a 3-1 pitch. The runner goes. The pitch is swung on and fouled back at 3-2. He was going 3-1. Most likely he'll be going 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2-0 River Cats here in the 5th inning. Johnny Dosco with you. Kelvin Sowers, our engineer. Danny Herron will try to help the A's get the sweep tomorrow in Boston. And then the A's head to Baltimore. From the long look and Elwood first. And Casey Smith is back. Yeah, the rumor is that Windsor will get the start on Monday in Baltimore. Again, no confirmation on that. No, it's remaining pretty hush-hush about it. Is coming again the first, and Smith back in once again. Smith takes his lead, the right-hander at the belt. 3-2 pitch. The runner goes. Pitch is swung on and popped up. The third baseman McLean backing up. He's in fair territory, makes the catch, and they're 2 away. So 2 down to the 5th, and that will bring up the first baseman, Corey Myers. Comcast makes it easy to enjoy some of the best high-definition, premium, and local broadcast programs available, like ESPN and Comcast Sportsnet in HD. With a crystal clear, high-resolution image and CD quality sound, it's a whole new way to see your world. Tomini to the plate in the 5th. That's swung on a blast to left field. If it's fair, it's trouble, but it's hooking foul. Onto the foul ball patio, and it's 0-1. Oh, that ball hit well by Myers. Myers on the year with 1 home run in his 92 at-bats. Myers, former first-round pick of the Diamondbacks. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's swung on, a drive to left center. Moving over for Clark, and he makes the catch on the run in left center, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, a man left. We're through 4.5. Sacramento 2, Salt Lake nothing. Back with the bottom of the 5th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
We interrupt this commercial break for an urgent message from this burly man.
Hit it! The River Cats are up and everybody plays down.
Time for the River Cats Fun Report. Mark McFallonews because the River Cats are in town tonight through Sunday. So head to the other deal because tomorrow is our famous Cutter Health Fight Award show. And Sunday is U.S. Bank Kids Day, where kids get to run the bases after the game. Buy tickets now at rivercats.com, ticketmaster.com, or the Raleigh Field ticket office. Stay tuned for more River Cats updates. River Cats Baseball. Everybody plays.
Hey fans, the River Cats and Raleigh Field are selling a brand new hot dog and gourmet sausage. Alpine Meats, the winner of over 18 other companies in that great taste shootout of '93, is now the proud supplier to the River Cats. Alpine products are made in small batches with select meats and premium spices, then slowly smoked with hickory. Alpine Meats, the choice of sports fans at more sports facilities in Northern California than any other company. You'll savor the flavor of Alpine Meats. After all, anything else is just a weenie. Ask your butcher. Alpine Meats, satisfying taste buds since 1936.
Termites can be one of the most daunting offensive units your home will ever face. Average termite control products cannot stop them. They can only hope to contain them. But Termidor is the #1 termite defense in America. It starts working right away to completely shut out the most fearsome termite offenses in 3 months or less. Defend your home with Termidor today. Termidor Termite Defense is available from Clark Pest Control. Dial 1-800-WE-NEED-YOU or visit Clark online at clarkpest.com. Thanks, Clark. We needed you.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Hi, this is Rick Rodriguez.
Tune in all season long to Sacramento River Cats baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
We go to the bottom of the fifth, 2-0 River Cats. Ron Romanek, the pitching coach. Well, Rick Rodriguez is on his 4-day vacation. As D'Angelo Jimenez is the hitter, switch hitter batting on the right side. The pitch misses, 1-0. Jimenez reached on a fielder's choice and error by the first baseman Kochman back in the third inning. He scored on that single by Boca Chica. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. The Bees they've had only 2 hits in this game, but they've had base runners on all night long. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's swung on, hit down the first base line. Fair ball, base hit. That could be a double. Jimenez rounding first. He'll dig for 2. Espino is a good arm. And the throw to second base not in time. It's a double for D'Angelo. So Jimenez picks up his second double as a River Cat, and that'll bring up Doug Clark, the left fielder. Clark struck out swinging in the first. He sacrificed in the third. River Cats have 6 hits off land. Nobody throwing yet in the Salt Lake bullpen. Some guys stretching down there. So we'll see if Clark can move Jimenez to third base here. Run around second, nobody out. Bland, the high set, he checks second base, and the pitch. That's taken inside. Ball 1-0. We have our River Cats alumni report, brought to you by MGD. Mark Ellis, hitting right around 225. Now he's hitting 215. These are through games of yesterday as the 1-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike. The pitch 1-1. Ellis was at 215 with 3 homers, 13 driven in, 5 RBIs today. Actually, now 4 home runs and 18 RBIs. Dan Johnson, 237 at the time of his demotion. 7 homers and 25 driven in. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on a drive to right field. Going back, Espino near the track and reaches up and cannot make the play. One-off's over the wall for a ground goal double. So Jimenez will score, and it's 3-0 Sacramento. They bounce on the warning track and into the bullpen. So Clark picks up his 36th RBI of the year. It's a 3-0 River Cat lead. Clark thought it might have gone out, but Espino went overboard, reached up. He had definitely bounced over the JacksonCasino.com side into the bullpen. So it's a 3-0 lead for the River Cats. For Clark, that is double number 13 on the year. And here's Andrew Beatty, who has bounced out and flied out. And once again, the same situation, a runner on second base and nobody out. Bland checks second in the pitch. That's swung on and missed, 0-1. 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error for the River Cats. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the River Cats. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Bees. Matt Willite, right-hander, loosening up at the bullpen for Salt Lake. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Here's a bunt by Beatty down the third base line. A good bunt. Elward will barehanded on the run. Throw to first in time, and the sacrifice works. 5-3. Nice play. Play by Elward, and a good bunt by Beatty. So Clark now at third base with 1 out, and here's the center fielder, Iran Boca Chica. Ron Flores, 1-1, 3.44 in 14 appearances going into today. 18 in the third inning, 17 hits, 8 walks, and 13 strikeouts. Chad Godin has pitched very well for the A's. 1-2, 3.89 in 26 appearances. Sarlos 3-5, 5.40. Street 3-3, 3.12, and 19 saves. There's a pitch that misses inside. 1-0. The infield is in. Myers, Pakovich, Smith, and Elward all in. 3-0 River Cats, bottom of the fifth. There's a 1-0 pitch. That's taken a little high, 2-0. Boca Chica with that 2-run single in the third inning. Boca Chica hitting .383 against Salt Lake pitching this year. There's a 2-0 pitch. Off speed, taken for a strike, 2-1. And now the catcher, Jeff Mathis, out there to chat with Nate Bland, who's at 82 pitches for the night. Bland in his 14th year of pro ball, though he was injured all of 99 and all of 2001. He picked independent ball in 2000 with the Sioux City Club. Sioux City Canaries. 2-1 pitch swung on and foul back with the Sioux Falls Canaries. It's now 2-2 on Iran Boca Chica. Bland came up in the Dodgers system, was in the Dodgers system for 7 years. Also played the Chico Club in 2002. Played in Tijuana last year. Had 53 appearances for Iowa 2 years ago. There's the 2-2 pitch. That's a fastball, swung on and missed, down he goes. So Bland strikes out Boca Chica, and for Nate, that is his 6th strikeout. 2 down. Here's Scott McLean, the third baseman. Bland, 57 days of big league time. Got it with Houston in 2003. So here's McLean, who struck out in the second, struck out in the third. Runner at third base is Clark as the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. In the top of the 6th inning, it'll be 4-5-6 McPherson, Elward, and Mathis. So Comini will go out there for the 6th inning. Oh, 1 pitch. That swung on and missed. He took something off. It's 0-2. Oju pitch. That's taken inside. Ball 1-1-2. Clark from third. Bland delivers the 1-2 pitch. That swung on and popped up. Bland calling for it. Nate under it, and the pitcher will make the catch, and the inning is over. So Bland gets out of it cheaply enough. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. We're through 5 complete. It's Sacramento 3, Salt Lake nothing. Back with the top of the 6th after this.
Hey, Claire Watkins. Listen, there's a lot going on this summer. Still got to find one last summer day camp, pick up some of those noodle floaty things for the pool, and all the summer blockbusters are coming out now because it's, well, summer. And the new AT&T has lots of ways to help you stay on top of it all. Like AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month for 12 months. You can find a great camp, buy movie tickets online, and maybe find out the name of those noodle things. Switch from your old cable company to the new AT&T and get 3 months of high-speed internet free. Go online and choose the speed that works for you. So that's Claire's World. For everybody who's not Claire, whatever you want for your world, we can deliver it. Just visit att.com. Oh, and Claire, those noodle thingies, they're called noodles. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxi with the charges in the FUSF cost recovery fee extra. High-speed internet bill credit applied after 3 months paid service. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit att.com/offer details. Not available in all areas.
How do you know when you've made it? If you're a baseball player, you've made it when you get named to the All-Star team. Or when your face ends up on the side of a cereal box. Of course, if you're a gasoline like Chevron with Techron, you've made it when BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota designate you top-tier gasoline before any other brand. And if being the first gasoline designated top tier by 4 leading automakers isn't worth a cereal box appearance, nothing is. Chevron.
Termites can be one of the most daunting offensive units your home will ever face. Average termite control products cannot stop them. They can only hope to contain them. But Termidor is the #1 termite defense in America. It starts working right away to completely shut out the most fearsome termite offenses in 3 months or less. Defend your home with Termidor today. Termidor Termite Defense is available from Clark Pest Control. Dial 1-800-WE-NEED-YOU or visit Clark online at clarkpest.com. Thanks, Clark. We needed you.
Hi, this is Jeremy Brown. You're listening to Rivercats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
We go to the top of the sixth. The Rivercats are leading it 3-0. And it will be McPherson, followed by Elward, and then Mathis to face Shane Comini, who's had 93 pitches for the night. The fastball misses inside, not missing by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Sean Cohn, the right-hander, loosening up at the bullpen for the Rivercats. Comini, 14 consecutive scoreless innings. And the 1-0 pitch, that's swung on and fouled back, and it's 1-1. Are you excited about your career? Do you just have a job? Ebert's Electrical Home Technicians looking to hire. Call them at 916-660-1688, 660-1688. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's taken outside. Ball 2-2-1. So Steve Bersoni, a bit of a tight zone here. 2-1 to count. Yeah, section 101, those Jim Boy's tacos. There's a 2-1 pitch. That's swung on a fly ball to right field. Did he get enough of it? Gone back forward is Perry near the track, and on the track makes the catch. He did not get enough of it. There's one away. So McPherson just missed it. One down, that'll bring up Mike Elward, the third baseman. Here's Elward, who signaled in the second. He walked in the fourth. Comini flirting with 100 pitches as he comes to the plate in the pitch. A fastball on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Comini said he felt great even after the shutout. He said he could have gone one more. And he had the shutout in Fresno. And you talk about a gem. 0-1 pitch taken outside. It's 1-1. He was sharp. He just kept getting better and better and stronger as that game progressed. There's a 1-1 pitch. That's swung on a fly ball to left field. That's hit well. Going back for his Clark near the track, and up the wall, leaps up, and Clark makes the catch. Oh, and a play by Doug Clark, and I believe he robbed Elward of a home run. Oh, is that a play by Clark? Another candidate for Merlino Spree's defensive scoop of the game. McLean made a beautiful play in the fourth. That's Clark's second solid catch. Two down. And they put wicket play up there because, of course, in honor of Clark and where he is from, east. The Royals love that. They're skipping in Massachusetts. Here is Mathis. There's the pitch. That's taken outside, 1-0. 1-0 the count. I like that. Very creative, putting wicket play up there. I like that. 1-0 the count. 1-0 on Mathis, the 1-0 pitch. That's swung on a chop foul. It's 1-1. See if it's Sean Cohn to work the seventh. 3-0. The Rivercats lead it. I'd love to see that again on the replay. See if Clark actually robbed Elward of that home run. Is the 1-1 pitch. That's swung on and missed. 1-2 on Mathis. 103 pitches for Shane Comine. The last strikeout for the Hawaiian Punch-Out was Espedo in the second. There's a 1-2 pitch. That's hit fouled on the right field line. It'll fall short of the Solon Club. Count remains at 1-2. Apparently, look at the replay. That would have hit the top of the wall, so it almost robbed him of a home run. Next DB for that. 1-2 to count. Right-hander looks in. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Rivercats. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Bees. Still a heck of a play for Doug Clark. As Baker out there to chat with Comine. So Comine trying to make it 15 straight scoreless. and it would be 20 out of 21 innings of scoreless baseball for Shane Comine. Over Nebraska, Cornhusker. 1-2 the count on Mathis. There's a 1-2 pitch. That's swung on, a drive to center field. Bocachica going back, still going back, long way to go. And it's to be over his head as it 2 off the wall. Into second base with a double is Mathis. So Comine running out of gas, and here comes Tony DeFrancesco, and we're going to see Sean Cohn here in the 6th inning. A great run for Comine. As a matter of fact, knowing he did not have his great stuff today, he still battled, and he leaves with a chance to win it. He can win it or have nothing to do with it. And that's a sign of a good pitcher when you can do that without your great stuff. Well, we'll take a break, and he'll get a nice ovation, a well-deserved ovation. Many of the people on their feet here at Raley Field. That's a nice ovation for Shane Comine. So Sean Cohn will be the new pitcher with a runner on second base and 2 outs. The River Cats lead 3-0 in the 6th. We'll have more after this.
Girl, I'm no liar. I go to mycoparewards.com for all your heart's desire. Girl, I'll put you in a fine dress from Blue Fly, Six Flags roller coaster ride, even a Hilton sweet beach side. And with every 2-liter, 20-ounce of fridge pack, I'm gonna save up for the things that you lack. So baby, I'm singing this song for you to tell you about my love. MyCoparewards.com.
Regular fee and other restrictions apply. Enter code SPY 123106 or visit www.mycoparewards.com for details.
KTKZ Sacramento, where your opinion counts. A service of Salem Communications. KTKZ News Talk.
For a low interest rate on a home equity loan?
How does 18.9% sound?
Can you go any lower?
How does 18.9% sound?
Other banks talk low rates, but only U.S. Bank has low rates with 5-star service guaranteed. Flexible home equity loans, fast decisions, and low rates. U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have? U.S. Bank, equal housing lender.
What's even better than a brand new car? Winning $100,000 at the Roseville Auto Mall just for test driving it. Right now, every test drive you take at the Roseville Auto Mall enters you into the drawing to win $100,000 when they sell their 500,000th car. Eureka Road, off I-80, right on Sunrise.
We know what drives you. Roseville Auto Mall.
Home of the $100,000 giveaway. Vehicle test drive required with valid California driver's license, but no purchase necessary to enter or win. See dealer for details.
You're listening to Sacramento River Cats Baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. River Cats Baseball is brought to you in part by Merlino's Freeze. Baseball and Merlino's Freeze. Your ticket to a cool season. The Golden One, California's leading credit union. And by Best Western, the world's largest hotel chain.
All right, Sean Cohn takes over here for Shane Comine. Shane responsible for Mathis at second base. As Mathis takes the lead from second, Adam Pakovich, the hitter, as Cohn delivers high. It's 1-0. The wedding planner, no record, 3.73 ERA, his 22nd appearance. 31 in the third innings, 25 hits, 10 walks, and 29 strikeouts. As Cohn checks second at a 1-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike, 1-1. Sean Cohn, he's been one of the most reliable relievers out of that bullpen since he's come to the River Cats. He had that first rough appearance in Oklahoma City, but since then, he's been pretty much lights out. There's a 1-1 pitch. That's swung on and foul back. It's 1-2. Nothing Sacramento. We're in the top of the 6th inning from beautiful Raley Field. So maybe putting some ice on his arm in the dugout. Wrapping up. There's a 1-2 pitch. And it's taken outside a slider. He checks the swing. Did he go? No swing, says first base umpire Brian Knight. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Pakovich. Right-hander comes set, checks second. And the 2-2 pitch. That's swung on and bounced toward the shortstop. Charging a minute, he'll glove it on the run. Throw to first in time. The inning is over. So Comine ends up working 5 2/3 innings of scoreless baseball. No runs, 1 hit, a man left. We're through 5 1/2. It's the River Cats 3 and the Salt Lake Bees nothing. Back with the bottom of the 6th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
The year was 1956, and Sacramento was booming. SMUD had been operating for a decade, and during that time, the population and the number of customers nearly doubled. Electric usage jumped 77%. In spite of this, SMUD cut electric rates 3 times. For 60 years, SMUD has delivered on the promise of public power, low rates, reliable power, and a variety of programs. Call SMUD for information on free shade trees and greenergy at 1-888-742-SMUD. SMUD, the power to do more since 1946.
Hey, Coach Phil here for Monterey Bay Canners. When you're looking for a quick bite to eat before a River Cats game or a night out on the town, start your evening at Monterey Bay Canners. Happy hours daily from 4 to 7, and they even put another hour on there for you from 9 to 10. Great selection of appetizer eats and some excellent prices. Stop in at Monterey Bay Canners for dinner and enjoy 9 different types of fresh fish. Monterey Bay Canners, off I-5 at the Richards Boulevard exit on Burkett Drive. Monterey Bay Canners. If their fish were any fresher, they'd still be swimming.
We will fight. I'm here on the street where all the neighborhood grills are gathering. There seems to be a strike of some sort. Here comes a grill now. Sir, your name, please.
Weber.
What's your beef?
We're tired of grilling low-grade meat. It tastes bad, and we get blamed for it.
What are your demands?
Roseville meat. 60 different marinated meats, tri-tip, chicken breast, even exotic meats.
Mile 4. USDA Prime.
You heard it here. Roseville Meats, 700 Atlantic Street, just a mile off I-80 in Roseville.
True fans of our national pastime know that a regulation Big League Baseball is made of cowhide, held together by exactly 108 double stitches. And serious gasoline aficionados, of whom there have to be millions, right? know Chevron with Techron was the first gasoline designated top-tier gasoline by BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota. So if you ever need a good baseball trivia question, remember 108. And if you're wondering what's great for your car, the correct answer is Chevron with Techron.
Hi, this is Brian McCarn. Tune in all season long to Sacramento River Cats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, well, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The River Cats are leading at 3-0. The new pitcher for the Salt Lake Bees is Matt Willite. Willite 3-2, 3.65 ERA, his 33rd appearance. Does have a save, 49 1/3 innings, 46 hits. He's walked 14, struck out 19. And opponents hitting .249 against him. So Matt Willite. The right-hander who is 25 years old, born on the same day as Dan Meyer, the Cat left-hander. As the pitch misses, it's 1-0 on Espy. Espy singled in the second, flat out to the right fielder Espedo in the fourth. Same date in history as Dan Meyer. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's one little chopper. It up along third. Be a tough play. It'll be fielded by the third baseman. Elworth throws first, not in time. No chance. Not even Michael Jack Schmidt would have made that play. So an infield single for Nate Espy. Here's Keith Ginter, the designated hitter. That's the 8th hit for the River Cats on the night. They lead 3-0. Here's Ginter, who doubled in the second. He walked in the fourth. Cigarette butts are the leading littered item. That's right, cigarette butts are littered. Caltrans Stormwater Program's on hand to remind you, don't trash California. There's a pitch. That's taken high. Ball 1-1-0. River Cats looking for their 46th win. They have lost 47 times. There's a 1-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike. It's 1-1. Now, the River Cats have had one losing season. That was 2002. They finished under 500. There's a pitch to Ginter, swung on a fly ball to left field, playable. Coming up a few steps is Pride. Curtis makes the catch, and there is one away as Espy returns to first. Yeah, the River Cats in that 2001 season, I mean, they were playing 500 ball the first few months. Matter of fact, through June they were under 500, but in July they were 18-10. In August, 19-11. They ended up finishing over 500. Where 2002, was the only season River Cats' 6-year history where they have not finished above 500. Espy takes the lead. The pitch to Baker. That's taken low, 1-0. 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the River Cats. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Salt Lake. The best month of the year for the River Cats in their history, what do you think it is? Looks like it's August. August is the best month. And now a balk's been called on Willite. I was looking down at the book. I'm not sure what he did, but the balk called on Willite as Espy goes to second base. There's a second balk for Salt Lake tonight as Bland balk entered a third in the second. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's taken somewhere. It looked like a pretty good pitch, 2-0. Yeah, the record for the River Cats for the most wins in 1 month, 23. They did it in May of 0-3 and August of 0-3. What a dominant team that was. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That's swung on, hit it to left field for a base hit. Counting third base, Espy will hold him there as Curtis Pride gets it in. So first and third and 1 out. 9th hit for the River Cats. First for Baker. And that'll bring up Jason Perry, the right fielder. Perry singled and scored in the third, singled in the fourth. Jason 2 for 2. Baker and Espy take their leads from first and third. River Cats 2 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and threatening here in the sixth. They did 3-0 as Matt Willite to the plate in the pitch. That's taken outside, 1-0. Don't miss the Sacramento Bee pregame autograph session all season long, every Thursday and Sunday. Autographs will take place for 30 minutes when the gates open at the Sac Bee kiosk located next to the on-deck shop. 1-0 pitch. Instead of throw over to, fake the third, fake the first. It was Willite, remember, that picked off Beatty with the famous 32 move where he spun around, faked the third, and fired the second, and they picked off Beatty. Nothing Beatty could do. Willite to the plate, the 1-0 pitch. That swung on and lifted to left center. Will it be deep enough? Going over to his right, Willite. Willits, he's up with it. He'll make the catch. Tagging his Espy. The throw is cut off as he goes. It's 4-0 River Cats. Well, Perry with the sacrifice fly in his 26th RBI in AAA. And the River Cats lead by 4. It's 4-0. And here is D'Angelo Jimenez, the shortstop. So here's Jimenez, who reached on a fielder's choice and an error by Kotzman. He ended up scoring in the third. He doubled and scored in the fifth. 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the River Cats. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for Salt Lake. As Willite looks in, Baker takes the lead. The pitch. That's taken low, 1-0. Jimenez at $1.46 now. With that double in the fifth. One 1-0 pitch. That's taken outside. 2-0. Here's Willite's 2-0 pitch. That's taken outside. 3 balls and no strikes on the switch hitting Jimenez. There's a 3-0 pitch. That's taken outside, ball 4. So Jimenez walks. First and second now, 2 outs. And that'll bring up Doug Clark, the left fielder. You know, Greg Jones was joking before the ball game. Had a chance to visit with him near the batting cage today. He's the reliever for Salt Lake, and he was joking about the fact that he doesn't know what he's going to do after this series with the team not playing the River Cats. I mean, so many games that it's going to be strange not playing Salt Lake. Yeah, I mean, there's 16 games in 26 days against the Salt Lake Bees, and that's something somewhat similar against Colorado Springs. River Cats will take on Colorado Springs for 8 straight, and then take on Colorado Springs again on the 15th of August, again on the 1st of September. So 60 remaining games against the Sky Sox, as the pitch to Clark is taken for a strike on the inside edge, 0-1. Doug, 1 for 2, struck out in the first, sacrificed in the third, an RBI double in the fifth. Clark with 92 hits on the season to lead the club. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That swung on a chopper, bounced on the right side. Charging is Pakovich. He'll glove it. It feeds Smith, covering at second. The inning is over. So 4-6 on the put out. 1 run, 2 hits, a walk, and 2 left. We're through 6. Sacramento 4, Salt Lake nothing. Back with the top of the 7th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Hey, Claire Watkins. Listen, there's a lot going on this summer. Still got to find one last summer day camp, pick up some of those noodle floaty things for the pool, and all the summer blockbusters are coming out now because it's, well, summer. And the new AT&T has lots of ways to help you stay on top of it all. Like AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month for 12 months. You can find a great camp, buy movie tickets online, and maybe find out the name of those noodle things. Switch from your old cable company to the new AT&T and get 3 months of high-speed internet free. Go online and choose the speed that works for you. So that's Claire's World. For everybody who's not Claire, whatever you want for your world, we can deliver it. Just visit att.com. Oh, and Claire, those noodle thingies, they're called noodles. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Tax and local charges and the FUSF cost recovery fee extra. High-speed internet bill credit applied after 3 months paid service. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit att.com/shopper details. Not available in all areas.
Meritage Homes is on the move with brand new neighborhoods in West Sacramento, Roseville, Lincoln, Elk Grove, Plumas Lakes, and Sacramento. Each new Meritage Homes neighborhood features a selection of single and two-story homes in sizes and budgets to fit the needs of nearly every home buyer. For additional information, you can visit the communities in person, tour their homes online at meritagehomes.com, or call 916-677-5795, 916-677-5795.
This is Mark Ellis, and you're listening to Rivercats Baseball with Johnny Doskow on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, we go to the top of the 7th inning. Sean Cohn will face Jason Espedo to lead things off. It'll be Espedo, Smith, and then Reggie Willits, numbers 8, 9, and 1. Thanks for being with us here on this Friday night. The first pitch to Espedo from Cohn is taken for a strike, 0-1. Cohn getting Pakovich to ground out to his shortstop, Jimenez, to end the 6th. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's taken a little high, 1-1. Going to the plate in the 1-1 pitch. That's fouled back. Now 1 ball with 2 strikes. Now 1-2 the count. Espedo with that slightly open stance. The 1-2 pitch, that's swung on and smacked into center field for a base hit. So Espedo leadoff single here in the 7th. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Casey Smith. Mark Watson, left-hander, beginning to loosen up in the bullpen for the River Cats. Cohn looks in. There's a pitch. That's taken high. Ball 1, 1-0. 4-0 Sacramento. Still Espy at first, Beatty at second, Jimenez at short, and McLean at third. The pitch is swung on and lifted down the left field line. Hooked and foul out of play. It's 1-1. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That's swung on and popped up. Cone is pointing. Baker is calling as John throws down the mask and makes the catch near home plate. And there is one away. So 2 up if you're scoring with us. 1 down. But look at the center fielder, Reggie Willits. Here's Reggie Willits, who's 0 for 3, was robbed by Doug Clark. In the first inning, reached on a Beatty error in the third, and a soft line drive to the shortstop Jimenez in the fifth. As the first pitch misses, it's 1-0. Four, 9-1 for the River Cats, 0, 4-1 for the Bees. There's a 1-0 pitch. That misses inside 2-0. Still hard to believe that in a 5-game set earlier this year, wasn't that long ago, less than a month ago, the Cats were in Salt Lake. A 5-game series, we had 2 1-0 games at Franklin Covey. Amazing. We had a 3-2 game there as well. The 2-0 pitch taken outside, 3-0. Had 5 walk-off wins between these 2 clubs in the season series. It's been exciting over the last month with these 2 teams. There's a pitch that misses low, ball 4. I'll tell you, not missing by a whole lot. So Willis walks first and second now with 1 out. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Curtis Pride. Pride is 0 for 2, walked in the first, bounced out to the first baseman Espy in the third. He popped up to McLean and at third base in the fifth. Ron Romanek going to the phone, so we'll see who they get up. They had Mark Watson throwing. They're going to get somebody else up as well. And now DeFrancesco will go out there. We'll see if they make the change right now to face Pride. You have Pride, a left-hand hitter. You have Myers, a right-hand hitter. And I think DeFrancesco is going to bring in Watson to face Curtis Pride here in this 7th inning. He waited a while, and then Tony walked out there. He hasn't given the signal yet. He just wants to talk to Cone, or perhaps giving Watson a little bit more time out there. He's going to wait for the home plate umpire, who is Steve Personi, to break things up, perhaps before he makes the call. He's just getting Watson some more time out there. And Alan Personi coming out, and DeFrancesco still standing there. Yes. Looks like, yeah, they're going to make the change. So he waited as long as he could to get Watson more time. So Cone will come out with 2 on and 1 out in the 7th inning. Pride the hitter, Watson the pitcher. 4-0 River Cats in the 7th. More after this.
You know how popular natural foods are today. What you may not know, if you'll permit me to toot our horn a little, Raley's was the first to offer natural foods in a supermarket. A separate department, like a store within a store, about 25 years ago. Over the years, our selection of natural food items has grown, and today, I doubt you'll find another major supermarket chain with our variety. Plus, we offer fresh organic produce items. This is a good time to shop at Raley's in Bel Air. Through July 25th, we're having a big natural food sale. Savings on popular natural items like Jenna soy powder and soy milk, Silk brand. And we have the newest natural items like Inco's ready-to-drink white tea and Samuel Smith organic beer. Plus reduced prices on organic produce and fresh natural meats. At Raley's in Bel Air, a bigger selection of natural foods and vitamins. Stop by during our sale.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
You're listening to Sacramento Rivercats Baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. Rivercats Baseball is brought to you in part by the Noble Way Pest Control. Don't let bugs and rodents drive you away. Call the Knights of the Noble Way. Road Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669, providing quality fire protection installers since 1915. And by Waste Management. From everyday collection to environmental protection, look to Waste Management.
All right, Mark Watson takes over here with the Rivercats, the left-hander, making his 7th appearance for Sacramento. He's 1-1. His ERA is exactly 4.5. 4 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs. He's walked 2. He struck out 2. Opponents at .412 against him. So Watson, the left-hander, who earlier this year was with the Iowa Cubs, will face Curtis Pride here. Watson's been brought into some spots where he has been the kind of the situational lefty, if you will, to get one batter out here or there, and now his job to get Curtis Pride. 4-0, the Rivercats leader. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Runner at first, Willits. The runner at second is Jason Espedo. Watson looks in. Willits at first, Espedo at second. There's a left-hander, Watson, to the plate in the pitch. That's taken for a strike. The knees 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count. Watson, check second, and the 0-1 pitch. That misses low and away. Nice stop by Baker there. It's 1-1. Right-hander Brad Ziegler. Been loosened up in the bullpen for the Rivercats as checking second base. The 1-1 pitch swung on and foul to our left and out of play. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Curtis Pride. Pride over 2 of the walk, hitting .332 on the year. One-two pitch. That's taken outside. Ball 2, 2-2. Brian Harper, long league career with the Twins, coaching at third base. And Jim Effort, very respected hitting coach over there at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Off-speed chop foul at home plate. Gummer Baines at 2-2. With over 30 locations throughout the region, you'll find a great clips near you. And don't forget, when you're out at the Rivercats game, you catch the first foul ball of the game, you get a free haircut voucher from Great Clips. So relax, you're at Great Clips. I wish I would have gone to Great Clips. I did not go to Great Clips, and well, the place will not be named, but it was not a great experience after I looked at my hair after the haircut. Left-hander comes set, and watching the plate in the pitch. That's taken inside. It just missed. 3-2. It's after those haircuts where you're looking in the mirror, you're looking at your hair from the back, and you tell the person cutting your hair, "Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good." Inside, you're saying, "Thanks for butchering my hair. Appreciate it." 3-2 the count as Willits and Espedo take their lead. The 3-2 pitch. That swung on and bounced out the middle. Might be 2 on the second off. Fielded by Beatty. Jimenez for 1. On to no. There'll be no play at first. No chance to get Pride. The runs very well. So the 4-6 put out on Willits as Espedo takes third. 2 down. And there's Corey Myers, the first baseman. We're at the top of the 7th of a 4-0 game. The River Cats are leading it. And here is Corey Myers. Myers 0 for 1. Took over in Kochman's spot. There's a pitch. Swung on a miss. Good straight change from Watson there. 0-1. The count. River Cats are leading 4-0. In the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Beatty, Boca Chica, and McLean. There's the 0-1 pitch. Checks his swing. They appeal. Did he go? No swing, says first base umpire Brian Knight. It's 1-1. So Comine ended up going 5 2/3 innings and allowing just 3 hits, no runs. He ended up walking 3, and he struck out 4. Pitching there for a strike 1 and 2. So Shane, without his good stuff tonight, was still able to battle and a chance to win his 7th game in 14 decision. And win his 4th straight winning decision. That could be in the Department of Redundancy department. Win his 4th straight winning decision. 1 and 2 the count on Corey Myers. And now Baker out there to say something to Watson. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Don't forget tomorrow night a 7:05 start. We'll have the Heineken on deck for you at 7. With the first pitch right around 7:05. It'll be a Saturday night. And it will be Dustin Mosley, good-looking right-hander for Salt Lake against the right-hander Ben Fritz. So Mosley and Fritz tomorrow night. And then Sunday night, the final game of the 4-game series. It'll be right-hander Casey Olenberger against left-hander Randy Kiesler before the River Cats head to Colorado. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Down he goes. Off speed, and Myers strikes out. No runs, 1 in, a walk, and 2 left. We're through 6.5. The River Cats 4 and the Bees nothing. Back with the bottom of the 7th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Carl Roberts right down the lane. Fancy blackjack for Otis' game. He heads down to Jackson Rancheria around twice a week. He knows the locals ain't as nice as pie. He's been known to hold the door and tell you hi. But once he's dealt a hand, he hardly speaks. So be careful when you play his game. He'll fool you once and twice the same. Beware the habit Carl, the king of comps reads. In Jackson Rancheria, we call people like Carl dream catchers. People who have discovered that we're so much more than a casino. Perhaps you have too. Jackson Rancheria. Are you a dream catcher?
I'd like a personal checking account.
Well, I'm all ears. What's your name?
Rob Lee.
All right, Bill. Can I call you Willie?
Rob.
I heard that. You married Ernesto?
No.
A little something for the missus.
Personal checking at other banks isn't always personal. U.S. Bank checking is built around you with free internet bill pay, free ATMs, and the most reward choices, even cash back. U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have?
Bye, Mary. Rob.
U.S. Bank, member FDIC.
How do they make the Heineken cake can? Theory number 8. They humiliated a full-sized keg and made it feel small.
You're pathetic. You're weak. You disgust me. You are nothing. Look at that waistline. You're just a big, fat, porky keg. Take this. Oh, there goes the big toe.
The one-of-a-kind Heineken cake can. How did they do that? Imported by Heineken USA, White Plains, New York.
Hi, this is Dan Johnson, and you're listening to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, Willite delivers the 1-0 to Beatty. It's bounced down to the first baseman. Myers will feed the pitcher Willite covering in time, and there is one away. So 3-1 on the put out. That'll bring up Eron Boca Chica, the center fielder. Jay Witosic, right-hander, loosening up in the bullpen for the River Cats. So here's Boca Chica, 1 for 3. Slide out to the center fielder, Willits in the first. A 2-run singled in the third. He struck out swinging in the fifth. 4-0 Sacramento, bottom of the 7th inning. Willite to the plate in the pitch. That's taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Jay Witosic, we'll see if he works the 8th. As the pitch is swung on, bounce, diving, stopped by the third baseman. Elward gets up, throws the first, not in time. A base hit for Boca Chica, his second hit of the night. Outstanding effort by the third baseman, Mike Elward. And here's Scott McLean. That's the 10th hit for the River Cats. River Cats had 8 hits last night. Give credit to Watson. Watson getting pride in Myers. And here's McLean, who is 0 for 3, has struck out twice and popped up. Here's a pitch. That's swung on a bounce down to third. A busted bat. It might be 2. Elward to Pakovich for 1 on to Myers. Double play. So a 5-4-3 inning ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We're through 7. It's the River Cats 4 and the Bees nothing. Top of the 8th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Meritage Homes is on the move with brand new neighborhoods in West Sacramento, Roseville, Lincoln, Elk Grove, Plumas Lakes, and Sacramento. Each new Meritage Homes neighborhood features a selection of single and 2-story homes in sizes and budgets to fit the needs of nearly every home buyer. For additional information, you can visit the communities in person, tour their homes online at meritagehomes.com, or call 916-677-5795, 916-677-5795.
Girl, I'm no liar. I go to mycokerewards.com for all your heart's desires. Girl, I'll put you in a fine dress from Blue Flag, Six Flags roller coaster ride, even a Hilton Sweet Beach side. And with every 2-liter 20-ounce of fridge pack, I'm gonna save up for the things that you lack. So baby, I'm singing this song for you to tell you about my love. MyCokeRewards.com.
Residency and other restrictions apply. Enter code SPY 123106 or visit www.mycokerewards.com for details.
Interested in an extra $100,000? Then all you have to do to enter to win is take a test drive at the Roseville Auto Mall before they sell their 500,000th car. 16 dealers, 21 brands, and a proud sponsor of the Sacramento River Cats. Eureka Road off I-80 right on Sunrise.
We know what drives you. Roseville Auto Mall.
Home of the $100,000 giveaway. Vehicle test drive required with a valid California driver's license, but no purchase necessary to enter or win. See dealer for details.
Hey, Coach Phil here for the Monterey Bay Canners. When you're looking for a quick bite to eat before a River Cats game or a night out on the town, start your evening at Monterey Bay Canners. Happy hours daily from 4 to 7, and they even put another hour on there for you from 9 to 10. Great selection of appetizer eats and some excellent prices. Stop in at Monterey Bay Canners for dinner and enjoy 9 different types of fresh fish. Monterey Bay Canners, off I-5 at the Richards Boulevard exit on Burkett Drive. Monterey Bay Canners. If their fish were any fresher, they'd still be swimming.
Hi, this is Kurt Young. Tune in all season long to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Doskow on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, Jay Witosic will take over here in the 8th inning. He takes over for Watson. So Witosic, the 4th pitcher of the game for the River Cats. For Watson, he went 2/3 of an inning and struck out 1. Cone ended up going 2/3 of an inning, and he allowed 1 hit and 1 walk. The River Cats looking for another shutout here. 6 outs away from the shutout. Witosic rehabbing a left ankle tendonitis. Witosic to face Dallas McPherson here in the 8th inning. McPherson, Elward, and Mathis. The River Cats have 6 shutouts on the year overall. 2 of those shutouts at home, 4 on the road. No 6 outs away from getting shutout number 7. As Witosic delivers a fastball high, it's 1-0 on McPherson. 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the River Cats. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Salt Lake. As Jay looks into his catcher, John Baker, in the 1-0 pitch. That's swung on, bounced on the right side, diving stop by Espy. And throws to Witosic, and it goes over Jay's head. It's backed up by Baker. Nice job by Baker. Would have gone in the dugout. A nice job by John to back it up. We'll see how they score that. He scored a base hit. It was not an easy play. Has to be a beautiful sliding play to his right. He fed Watazi. Not sure if the feet was off, or Watazi couldn't handle the throw. And McPherson is aboard. And that'll bring on Mike Elward, the third baseman. So no ruling yet. They're going to take another look at that. They're scoring at a base hit. I think that's a good ruling, actually. Here's Elward, who is 1 for 2 with a walk, as he was robbed by Clark. Clark making a beautiful leaping grab in the sixth inning. First pitch to Elward, taken for a strike 0-1. I think it's a fair ruling on that a hit. Right-hander looks in with Tozic to the plate. The pitch that misses outside. It's 1-1. Watazik, the veteran. And he is in his second go-round with the A's. There's a 1-1 pitch. Slider misses a little high. It's now 2-1. Watazik's first year was 93. His first year of Pro Ball. So he's in his 14th year of Pro Ball. A starter through the Cardinal system. And traded to the A's. The 2-1 pitch taken low, 3-1. 92 miles an hour with that fastball. Tozic, one other appearance for the River Cats. 1 inning. No hits, 1 run. It was not earned. There's a 3-1 pitch. That swung on a bounce toward the shortstop, moving his right hand. Mendes gloves it. The second for 1. The relay from Beatty on the first double play. Nicely done. 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs in the 8th. And that'll bring up the catcher, Jeff Mathis. Yeah, Watazik was a second-round pick of the 2000 or of the '93 draft. Yeah, for the St. Louis Cardinals. Matt Roney, right-hander, beginning to loosen up for the River Cats in the bullpen. He was traded in '96 to the A's with Alan Battle, minor league right-hander Carl Hale, and minor league right-hander pitcher Brett Wagner for Todd Stottlemyre, right-hander. There's the pitch to Mathis. That misses somewhere. Ball 1-0. 4-0 Sacramento. We're at the top of the 8th inning from Raley Field. There's a 1-0 pitch. That's taken high, 2-0. Merlino Springs and Mr. Pickles, the best double play combination around. Pitch. That's taken, and he checks the swing. Did he go? No swing. It's now 3-0 on Mathis. Watazik, 3 appearances in World Series games. He pitched for the Yankees in 2001, for the Giants the next year in 2002. Pitch misses high and away, ball 4. So Watazik walks Mathis, and then I'll bring up the second baseman, Adam Patkovich. Watazik, big league time with the A's, Royals, Padres, Yankees, Giants, Padres again, Rockies, and the A's again. Pitch misses low and away. It's 1-0. Backing up a few steps at third is McLean. You know, the River Cat pitchers have not delivered a 1-2-3 inning yet. They lead at 4-0. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Team has a chance to throw a shutout without delivering a 1-2-3 inning. 1-0 the count as Mathis takes his lead at first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike, and it's 1-1. 91 mile an hour fastball. There's a 1-1 pitch. That misses high. Ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. That misses high and inside. Now 3-1. So 3-1 the count on Adam Pakovich. Pakovich has struck out, flied out, and bounced out. Right-hander comes set as Mathis takes the lead. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and fouled away. It's 3-2. LoJack proud to partner with minor league baseball and sponsor the River Cats with the LoJack Caught Stealing promotion. Whenever the River Cats catch an opponent's base runner stealing, a lucky fan will win a LoJack unit. LoJack, the only stolen vehicle recovery system that is operated by the police, available for cars, trucks, motorcycles, construction equipment, and laptops. Go to LoJack.com for more information. 16 pitches for Jay, 11 balls, 5 strikes. The runner goes. The 3-2 pitch is chopped foul by no plate. Let's try it again. 3-2 the count. Now once again, Mathis will be off on this pitch. Tasic comes set. The runner goes. The 3-2 pitch swung on and missed. Down he goes. He strikes out Pakovich. A little breaking ball. The inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 1 left. We're through 7.5. It's the River Cats 4 and the Bees nothing. Back with the bottom of the 8th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Hey, I just found a great way to refinance the remodeling I want to do to my house.
Oh, how's that?
I'm getting an equity loan from the Golden One Credit Union. Their equity loans have a great low rate.
Well, I can see how an equity loan may save you some money, but why use an equity loan for the financing?
Because the interest may be tax deductible, but always consult your tax advisor regarding deductibility of interest.
Yeah, I've been thinking about buying a new car.
Oh.
And if I buy it with money from a Golden One equity loan, I may be able to save money with a low rate and possibly save on taxes.
Right.
It looks like an equity loan from the Golden One is a great way to save money when it's necessary to borrow.
It sure is. Golden One members can use equity loans to make major purchases, consolidate debt, or for things like financing a college education. A Golden One equity loan application is quick and easy to fill out, and you can apply by visiting goldenone.com, any Golden One office, or by calling 1-877-GOLDEN-1.
Anyone who lives or works in the Sacramento area can join the Golden One and experience service with a personal touch. The Golden One is an equal housing lender.
It's good to play together on the diamond, but it's even better to play together on your Xbox. When the River Cats aren't on the field, you can usually find them playing Xbox, the official gaming console of the Sacramento River Cats. With several new games for the whole family, online play with Xbox Live, what better time than now to visit your local gaming retailer and pick up your very own Xbox. Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together.
Hi, this is Steve Stanley. Tune in all season long to Sacramento River Cats baseball with Johnny Dasco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 4-0 River Cat lead as Marcus Gwynn, the former River Cat, will come in and face numbers 5, 6, and 7. It'll be Espy, Ginter, and Baker. Hope to see you at the ballpark tomorrow night. The River Cats and the Salt Lake Bees. It'll be game 3 of this 4-game set. And as far as Marcus Gwynn is concerned, he comes in making his 32nd appearance. He's 1-1. His ERA at 4.5. He does have a save. 40 innings, 41 hits. He's walked 23, struck out 30. And opponents hitting .259 against him. Gwynn plays Espy here. Nate is 2 for 3. Well, the Office of Traffic Safety reminds you to wear your seatbelt, click it, or ticket. It is the law. So Nate Espy will be the hitter. So be sure to stop by any of the 3 Sports Chalet locations throughout the region or in a pair of free River Cats tickets. Spend $75 or more and receive 2 Gold Rush ticket vouchers, good for any regular season home game. Now open in Roseville, Elk Grove, and Sacramento Sports Chalet, where you'll find premier sporting goods and expert advice. Marcus Gwynn to the plate in the pitch. That's taken for a strike. A fastball, and it's 0-1. Bottom of the 8th, 4-0 Sacramento. Gwynn to the bell. Now the 0-1 pitch. That's hit foul. The first base shot out of play. It's 0-2. Rivercats 2 in the third on that Boca Chica 2-run single, a run in the fifth on a Clark RBI double, and a run in the sixth on a Perry sacrifice fly, which scored the man at the plate, Nate Espy. That's where we stand, 4-0. Give Shane Comini a lot of credit tonight as he battled in this game. 0-2 pitch. That's hit foul to our right, not a play. Marcus Quinn from the first base side of the rubber peers in. He's from the Woodlands, Texas. As the 0-2 pitch. And this is inside. Ball 1-2. Marcus, 28 years old. There's a 1-2 pitch. That's taken inside. Ball 2-2. And his fifth appearance against his former club. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's fouled back. On a fastball 91, count remains at 2-2. Win 1-0, an ERA of 1.80 against the Rivercats. In 5 innings, allowed 3 hits and 1 earned run. Walked 4 and struck out 3. Rivercats hitting just 188 against him. Yeah, Salt Lake's team ERA against the Rivercats this year, just a little over 3.5. There's the 2-2 pitch. That's taken low and away, goes to the screen. It's now 3-2. Yeah, Gwynn has uncorked 13 wild pitches this year, which is by far the most on his club. Next closest is 6. That's Greg Jones. Gwynn at the belt. Now the 3-2 pitch. That's swung on. A fly ball to center field. Reggie Willits drifting back now under it and makes the catch. There is one away. Espy flies out to the center fielder. 1 down. That'll bring up Keith Ginter, the designated hitter. Ginter 1 for 2, doubled in the second, walked in the fourth, flied out to Curtis Pride in left field in the sixth. Here's a pitch. Fastball misses low. Ball 1-0. Matt Roney, right-hander, still loosening up at the bullpen for the Rivercats. See if he comes out there to pitch the 9th. There's a 1-0 pitch. That's taken low. Ball 2-0. Ginter, 21 doubles to lead the club. Going to the belt of the 2-0 pitch. That's taken low. Ball 3-0. John Baker, the on-deck hitter. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That misses. Ball 4. So Ginter walks with 1 out. That'll bring up the catcher, John Baker. So the City of Sacramento is booming and open for your business. Call the City of Sacramento Office of Economic Development at 916-808-7223. 916-808-7223 for more information. Here is John Baker, who is 1 for 3, struck out twice and singled. John at 291 on the year. Ginter takes his lead. Here's the pitch. That's swung on. A high chopper. That'll be a tough play. Diving stop by Pakovich. Throws to first in time. What a play. And the Rivercat fans appreciate that. Beautiful diving stop on that high chopper. What a play by Adam Pakovich. 2 down as Ginter takes second. That's worth 3 exclamation points. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Jason Perry. Seen some defensive gems in this game. So here's Perry, who is 2 for 2. Jason singled and scored in the third, singled in the fourth, picked up a sacrifice fly in the sixth. Perry, a left-handed batter. In the ninth inning, it'll be Espedo, Smith, and Willits. Numbers 8, 9, and 1. Here's the pitch. That's swung on and foul right below us here, and it's 0-1. Java City, Sacramento Specialty Coffee Roasters since 1894. Invite you to grab a coffee or Javalanche at our concession stand while you enjoy the game. And Rivercat fans, shop at javacity.com. Get free shipping within Sacramento. Oh, 1 pitch. That's chased and missed. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. That's hit foul to our left and out of play. And the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Rivercats with a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Quinn at the belt. And the 0-2 pitch. That's chopped foul behind home plate. Now remains at 0-2. Don't forget, every Monday night is Raley's and Bel Air Baseball Bingo presented by Tia Rosa. So enjoy the game, play bingo, and win great prizes like a $500 Raley's gift card, 3 Tia Rosa tortillas for a year. 0-2 the count. The right-hander with the belt. And the 0-2 pitch. That's swung on and fouled back. 4-10-1 for the Rivercats. 0-5-1 for the Bees. Jason Perry from Atlanta. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's taken low. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jason Perry. The A's won their ball game. They beat the Red Sox all over the Red Sox. Final score of 15-3. Angels defeated Tampa Bay 4-0. John Lackey, another dominating performance, his 2nd straight shutout. Pitch which is a little bit low. It's now 2-2 on Jason Perry. Yeah, Lackey pitched a 5-hit shutout. Won his 4th straight start. He's getting hot. Lowered his ERA to 2.68. 2nd best in the league. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's swung on. Fly ball left center. Going over for it, Pride, and he makes the running catch, and the inning is over. I'll tell you, nice piece of hitting by Perry going the other way again, but Pride able to track it down. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. We're through 8. Last chance for Salt Lake. It's the Rivercats 4, and the Bees nothing. Top of the 9th right after this.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Brewery. How may I help you?
Hi. I was wondering if I could return my beer for a refund.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Well, it's not a big deal. I just bought a 12-pack for me and my friends, and I think they're defective. Like, they didn't have any taste. You know what I mean? Like, the beer didn't tasted like nothing.
And you want to go ahead and return those?
Well, let me ask you this. Does it ever happen where, like, the taste adder guy dozes off or something? Or, oh, my gosh, what if he was pulling a prank on us? That's brilliant. Because is there a guy named Pete who works there? Because I got a buddy named Pete who used to glue quarters to the floor to watch people try to pry him up. Hysterical.
Listen, sir,
Well, I'll tell you what. No, thank you very much. I'm just going to go get a 12-pack of Miller Lite instead. I appreciate your help.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
KTKZ Sacramento, where your opinion counts. A service of Salem Communications. KTKZ News Talk.
Hey fans, the River Cats and Rayleigh Field are selling a brand new hot dog and gourmet sausage. Alpine Meats, the winner of over 18 other companies in that great taste shootout of '93, is now the proud supplier to the River Cats. Alpine products are made in small batches with select meats and premium spices, then slowly smoked with hickory. Alpine Meats, the choice of sports fans at more sports facilities in Northern California than any other company. You'll savor the flavor of Alpine Meats. After all, anything else is just a weenie. Ask your butcher. Alpine Meats, satisfying taste buds since 1936.
Hi, this is Tony DeFrancisco, manager of the Sacramento River Cats, and you're listening to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Dasco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Matt Roney takes over here for the River Cats. Last chance for Salt Lake. 4-0 Sacramento. And Roney will face Espedo, Smith, and Willits. River Cats looking for their 7th shutout of the year. Roney, the 5th pitcher of the ballgame. There's Comine, Cone, Watson, Watasic, and now Roney. As Matt to the plate in the first pitch. Slider misses inside, 1-0. Roney, 3-2, 2.93 ERA, making his 31st appearance, 3 saves, 40 innings, 37 hits, walked 18, struck out 44. Fastball swung on a miss, 1-1. Roney appeared in the All-Star game for the Pacific Coast League. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That swung on a miss, 1-2. So he did give up back-to-back home runs. Did not diminish the experience for him, actually, at that All-Star game. Enjoyed the festivities, enjoyed the game. It's one of those situations, and it happens. And he gave up back-to-back homers in the game. The 1-2 pitch misses high, 2-2. Tremendous year. Baker was the catcher when those home runs took place. Here's the right-hander's 2-2 pitch. That's taken outside. It just missed a little backdoor slider and it missed away. It's 3-2. Right-hander steers in on the 3-2 pitch. That's a slider taking strike 3 call. Great pitch. So he strikes out Espedo. That'll bring up Casey Smith, the shortstop. Smith 1 for 3, bounced out, singled, and fouled out. Rivercats now 2 outs away from the shutout. Stay tuned after the ballgame. We'll have the post-game show coming right up after the game as it's from Roney. And this is outside of the fastball 1-0. Smith, right-handed hitter at 278 on the year. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's a fastball for a strike. The knees 1-1. Rivercats looking for victory number 46 on the year. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's taken for a strike, 1-2. Well, Texas won their game, the A's won their game, the Angels won their game, and Seattle won their game. All 4 teams in the West. We have victories. Gilmesh won his 5th straight as the 1-2 pitch. That swung on and popped up down the right field line in foul territory. Drifting over is SB, and he'll run out of room and lands in the 4th row. Count remains at 1-2. Pittsburgh beat Washington 7-4. Zach Duke the win, now 6-8. Ramon Ortiz the loss, 6-8. Gonzalez with save number 14. Jose Vidro at his 6th for Washington. Here's the pitch. Taking strike 3 call. Down he goes. Good slider, and Smith strikes out. So 2nd strikeout for Roney. 2 down. Here's Reggie Willis to center field. The Rivercats are 1 out away from their 7th shutout. Now here's Willits. So here's Willits. Reggie is 0 for 3 with a walk, a switch hitter batting left-handed. Roney to the plate in the pitch. That's taken for a strike, 0-1. Roney looking sharp here in this 9th inning. right, Anders steers in. Now the 0-1 pitch. That's taken low, 1-1. Tucson leading Vegas 7-5 in the ninth inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's taken low, 2-1. Rivercats can hold on here, and Tucson beats Vegas. The Rivercats will be in second place. They'll still be 13 back, but they'll be in second place. Vegas will fall to 14 back. After this game, there'll be 51 games left. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's hit outside third and foul. And it's now 2-2, and suddenly Salt Lake down to their final strike. $4-0, the Rivercats lead it. Here in the top half of the ninth inning. Looking for their 23rd win here at home. They've lost 24 games at Raley Field this year. Crowd getting into it here as Roney out of a windup. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's taken inside, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. There's a 3-2 pitch. That's swung on, a fly ball to center field. Coming up for it, Boca Chica, and he makes the running catch, and the ball game is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Final score: the Rivercats get their 7th shutout of the year. They win it 4-0. And for Kelvin Sal, this is Johnny Dosco inviting you to stay tuned for the post-game show coming up after this.
You've been listening to Sacramento Rivercats baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. The Sacramento Rivercats, the AAA affiliate of the Oakland A's and 5-time champion of the Pacific Coast League Southern Division. Rivercats baseball was brought to you in part by Heineken. It's all about the beer. Sacramento Coca-Cola, proud founding corporate partner of Rivercats baseball. Coca-Cola, make it real. AT&T, the new AT&T, your world delivered. Rayleigh's in Bel Air, the market's famous for fine meats and produce. And by Miller Lite, great taste, less filling. Miller, good call. Stay tuned for a complete scoring summary, analysis, and highlights of the game in the Rivercats post-game show. Next.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Hey, got the rock. Everybody plays now.
Did you know that Lou Gehrig's baseball career included 493 home runs before ALS struck him out? Hit your own home run against Lou Gehrig's disease by raising money to support patient services and ongoing research to find a cure at the 6th Annual Walk to Defeat ALS. The walk will be held Saturday, October 7th at the Elk Grove Regional Park during the Harvest Festival. Help the Sacramento Rivercats throw Lou Gehrig's disease a curveball. For ticket information, visit alssac.org. The Sacramento Rivercats are once again a proud sponsor of the ALS Association Greater Sacramento Chapter.
I'm here on the street where all the neighborhood grills are gathering. There seems to be a strike of some sort. Here comes a grill now. Sir, your name, please.
Weber.
What's your beef?
We're tired of grilling low-grade meat. It tastes bad, and we get blamed for it.
What are your demands?
Roseville meat. 60 different marinated meats, tri-tip, chicken breast, even exotic meats.
File 4!
USDA Prime.
You heard it here. Roseville Meats, 700 Atlantic Street, just a mile off I-80 in Roseville.
When folks think about sprinklers, they might think of hot Sacramento summer days and happy children running through spraying water to keep cool. While that is a sprinkler, I'm speaking of the sprinklers that help make your life more livable by protecting your property and lives. The many proud skilled members of Road Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669 protect your life and your personal property. Since 1915, the Sprinkler Fitters Union has been planning and installing sprinkler systems throughout Sacramento, protecting your home, schools, workplace, and property. For more information, visit sprinklerfitters669.org.
The year was 1956, and Sacramento was booming. SMUD had been operating for a decade, and during that time, the population and the number of customers nearly doubled. Electric usage jumped 77%. In spite of this, SMUD cut electric rates 3 times. For 60 years, SMUD has delivered on the promise of public power, low rates, reliable power, and a variety of programs. Call SMUD for information on free shade trees and greenergy at 1-888-742-SMUD. SMUD, the power to do more since 1946.
Hit it! The Rivercats are up, and everybody plays down.
This is Sacramento Rivercats baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Gotta get a hit. Gotta get a hit. Hey, the Rivercats are up, and everybody plays down.
It's time for the Rivercats post-game show. Here again is the voice of the Rivercats, Johnny Dosco.
Yeah, 4-0 the final score. Rivercats get the victory. They are now 46-47. And for Salt Lake, with a loss, they fall to 54-38. Totals in the ball game for the Rivercats: 4 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For Salt Lake, no runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. They left 10 men on base. The winning pitcher, Shane Comine, used 7 and 7. Losing pitcher, Nate Bland, he falls to 3 and 3. Give you the highlights right after this.
You know how popular natural foods are today. What you may not know, if you'll permit me to toot our horn a little, Raley's was the first to offer natural foods in a supermarket. A separate department, like a store within a store, about 25 years ago. Over the years, our selection of natural food items has grown, and today, I doubt you'll find another major supermarket chain with our variety. Plus, we offer fresh organic produce items. This is a good time to shop at Raley's in Bel Air. Through July 25th, we're having a big natural food sale. Savings on popular natural items like Jenna soy powder and soy milk, Silk brand. And we have the newest natural items like Inco's ready-to-drink white tea and Samuel Smith organic beer. Plus reduced prices on organic produce and fresh natural meats. At Raley's in Bel Air, a bigger selection of natural foods and vitamins. Stop by during our sale.
We interrupt this commercial break for an urgent message from this burly man.
Hit it! The Rivercats are up and everybody plays down.
Time for the Rivercats Fun Report. Mark your calendars because the Rivercats are in town tonight through Sunday. So head to Ready Field because tomorrow is our famous Sutter Hill Fireworks Show. And Sunday is U.S. Bank Kids Day, where kids get to run the bases after the game. Buy tickets now at rivercats.com, ticketmaster.com, or the Ready Field ticket office. Stay tuned for more Rivercats updates. Rivercats Baseball. Everybody plays.
For 60 years, you've included Best Western in your family summer vacation. To say thanks, the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada are offering you a limited edition $50 Best Western travel card and up to 20% off your stays with our baseball fan rate. Experience the best summer ever with the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada. Because when you stay any 6 nights with us through August 19th, you'll receive a $50 travel card to use toward a future Best Western stay anywhere in the world and save up to 20% off with our baseball fan rates. Visit us today at bestwesternbaseball.com or call 866-743-8738 and book the baseball fan rate.
Hi, this is Kurt Starlos. Tune in all season long to Rivercats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Yeah, good ball game. The Rivercats win it 4-0. We had a scoreless game until the bottom half of the second inning, where with 1 out, Nate Espy singled. Keith Ginter was the hitter with Espy at first base. Here's what happened. Espy takes the lead. Bland's pitch. X swung on. A fly ball to left center. And going over 40 is tried. He can't make the play. Goes past him. Goes all the way to the wall. Into third base goes Espy. DeFrancesco will wave him home. Here comes the relay to the plate on one hop. A good throw. And he is out at the plate. Great throw by Casey Smith, the shortstop, on a relay from the center fielder Willits. It's a double for Ginter, but Espy is thrown out. Indeed he was. 8-6-2. Outstanding play as got past private with Willits to Smith to Mathis. And the Rivercats, we still had a scoreless baseball game until the bottom half of the third inning. Perry would single. Then D'Angelo Jimenez hit a ground ball down to Kochman. Kochman was about a foot away from the first base bag. Wanted to get that lead runner. He fired to second, but his throw was offline. He drew Casey Smith off the bag. So it's an error for Casey Kochman. The Rivercats had first and second with nobody out. Clark then would sacrifice. It went 1-3. Beatty flied out to shallow center field, so the runners had to hold. So second and third, 2 outs, and Boca Chica stepped up to the plate. Here's what happened. There's a 2-2 pitch. That's swung on, hit into center field for a base hit. Boca Chica does it again. Perry will score. Jimenez will score. On a single by Boca Chica, it's now 2-0 Rivercats. Yeah, for Boca Chica, RBIs 31 and 32 as you move to second on the throw. And, 32 RBIs, and this is game number 33 for Boca Chica, so a pretty nice pace there. And the Rivercats had a 2-0 lead after 3. The teams exchanged zeros in the fourth. Shane Comini was battling in this game. One of those games where he did not have his great stuff, but still battled. 5 2/3 innings, did not allow a run. He was in trouble in the fourth, got out of it. Beatty making an error in the third, he got out of that inning unharmed. They got a runner to third base in the second, could not score as he struck out the side, struck a Mathis, Pakovich, and a Speedo. So all night long, he didn't work a 1-2-3 inning. Matter of fact, he got some help from Doug Clark. Doug Clark making 2 outstanding plays, one in the first, on a ball hit by Reggie Willits to lead off the ball game. Another one by Mike Elward. And looking at the replay, it looks like it would have hit the top of the wall, but still an outstanding play by Doug Clark nonetheless on the ball hit by Elward in the sixth. And after Mathis doubled, DeFrancesco brought in Sean Cohn. Cohn able to induce Pakovich to bounce out to short, and the River Cats through 6 innings, they had that through 5.5. They had the 3-0 lead. We'll play that highlight in the 5th inning because Jimenez would double in the 5th. That brought Doug Clark to the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on a drive to right field. Going back at Speedo near the track and reaches up and cannot make the play. One-off's over the wall for a ground rule double. So Jimenez will score, and it's 3-0 Sacramento. They bounce on the warning track and into the bullpen. That's right, onto the warning track and into the bullpen. And it made it a 3-0 River Cat lead for Clark, his 36th RBI of the year. In the 6th inning, the River Cats would add to that 3-0 lead. They got a single from Nate Espy. He was balked to second. That was went out later. Baker had singled and moved Espy to third, so first and third, and that brought Jason Perry to the plate. Willite to the plate, the 1-0 pitch. That swung on and lifted to left center. Will it be deep enough? Going over to his right, Willits. He's up with it. He'll make the catch. Tagging his Espy. The throw is cut off as he goes. It's 4-0 River Cat. That's right. That was Will Terry with the second spot for Terry as Espy scored, making it a 4-0 River Cat lead. The River Cats using 5 pitchers tonight as Cohn was replaced by Watson. Watson did a nice job. He got Pride to bounce out, and he struck out Corey Myers in the 8th. Jay with Tazic on. Jay would allow a single to McPherson. Got Mike Elward on a 6-4 3-double play. And then Mathis would walk. And then he would strike out Adam Pakovich to end the threat in the 8th. And so in the 9th inning, Matt Roney came on, the 5th pitcher of the ball game for the River Cats. Roney would strike out Speedo. He'd strike out Smith. And the last chance for Salt Lake was the center fielder, Reggie Willits. There's a 3-2 pitch. That swung on a fly ball to center field, coming up for it, Boca Chica, and he makes the running catch, and the ball game is over. Yeah, that's right. Ball game over. 4-0 win, the 7th shutout victory for the River Cats this year. And they go to 46-47 on the year. They won a couple in a row against Salt Lake, and now they've taken 6 of the 14 games between these two clubs. If win your last 2, you split the 16 games. So we'll come back with the PCL scoreboard and the pitching lines in this game right after this.
Now here's the story of Peg, Meg, and Sue. Come to Jackson Rancheria, it's what they love to do. Nickel and penny slots are often the choices. You can hear the excitement well up in their voices. Well, these sweet and sassy seniors got truly inspired. Stayed more than a few hours than were required. First Peg hit a jackpot, next Meg, then Sue. Now at Jackson Rancheria, we call them the Wrecking Crew. At Jackson Rancheria, we call Peg, Meg, and Sue dream catchers. People have discovered that we're so much more than a casino. Perhaps you have too. Jackson Rancheria, are you a dream catcher?
I'm looking for a low interest rate on a home equity loan.
How does 18.9% sound?
Can you go any lower?
How does 18.9% sound?
Other banks talk low rates, but only U.S. Bank has low rates with 5-star service guaranteed. Flexible home equity loans, fast decisions, and low rates. U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have? U.S. Bank, equal housing lender.
Hey fans, the River Cats and Rayleigh Field are selling a brand new hot dog and gourmet sausage. Alpine Meats, the winner of over 18 other companies in that great taste shootout of '93, is now the proud supplier to the River Cats. Alpine products are made in small batches with select meats and premium spices, then slowly smoked with hickory. Alpine Meats, the choice of sports fans at more sports facilities in Northern California than any other company. You'll savor the flavor of Alpine Meats. After all, anything else is just a weenie. Ask your butcher. Alpine Meats, satisfying taste buds since 1936.
Hi, this is Adam Malhughes. Tune in all season long to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Doskow on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, pitching lines in this ballgame. Nate Bland, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. It was Willite to go 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. He walked 1 and struck out more than enough strikeout a batter. Marcus Quinn from the Woodlands, Texas, 1 inning and 1 walk. For the Rivercats, Shane Comenia's 4th consecutive winning decision, 5 2/3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 3 walks. He struck out 4. Sean Cohn, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit. He walked 1. Watson went 2/3 of an inning, no walks and 1 strikeout. First name Mark. Jay Watazik, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Of Matt Roney, 1 inning, he struck out 2. Time of the ball game, exactly 3 hours. The attendance 9,708. Well, Tucson leading Vegas late, 7-5. So if Tucson wins that ball game, the Rivercats would remain 13 back. Vegas would go to 14 back, so the Rivercats would move into second place in the PCL South. Tacoma defeating Portland 6-5. There was Iowa 6, Albuquerque 4. Fresno defeated Colorado Springs 6-5. Oklahoma losing to Omaha. Police have an earlier game 3-2. And Nashville defeating Memphis 8-3. We'll come back with the Major League scores and tell you what's on tap for Saturday night right after this.
In baseball, you can tell a real pitcher by his ERA and a real fan by his HD TV. Yep, high-definition TV from Comcast Digital Cable. You've never seen baseball like this, with amazing color and detail so lifelike you'll be reaching for your mitt. Plus, you'll get a huge lineup of premium and local programming in HD. You know, for those 5 minutes a week you're not watching sports. So this season, don't just see the game, be the game with HD TV from Comcast. Call 1-800-COMCAST today.
Meritage Homes is on the move with brand new neighborhoods in West Sacramento, Roseville, Lincoln, Elk Grove, Plumas Lakes, and Sacramento. Each new Meritage Homes neighborhood features a selection of single and two-story homes in sizes and budgets to fit the needs of nearly every home buyer. For additional information, you can visit the communities in person, tour their homes online at meritagehomes.com, or call 916-677-5795, 916-677-5795.
Hey, Coach Phil here for the Monterey Bay Canners. When you're looking for a quick bite to eat before a Rivercats game or a night out on the town, start your evening at Monterey Bay Canners. Happy hour is daily from 4 to 7, and they even put another hour on there for you from 9 to 10. Great selection of appetizer eats and some excellent prices. Stop in at Monterey Bay Canners for dinner and enjoy 9 different types of fresh fish. Monterey Bay Canners, off I-5 at the Richards Boulevard exit on Burkett Drive. Monterey Bay Canners. If their fish were any fresher, they'd still be swimming.
The 2006 Sacramento Rivercats aren't always playing baseball at Rayleigh Field. During their downtime, you can catch them playing the official gaming console of the 2006 Rivercats Xbox 360. Xbox 360 is the most powerful video game and entertainment system out there, delivering the best games, the next generation of premier Xbox Live online gaming services, and unique digital entertainment experiences that revolve around you. Xbox 360, available now at your local retailer. Jump in at xbox.com for more information.
Hi, this is Bobby Crosby. Tune in all season long to Rivercats Baseball with Johnny D on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, Major League scores. The A's won their second in a row over Boston as they defeated the Red Sox 15-3, an 8-run eighth for Oakland. Barry Zito to win 9-6. Josh Beckett the loss 11-5. Mark Ellis drove in 5 runs. He had his 4th home run of the year as the A's win that one 15-3, 16 hits for Oakland in the ball game. But Texas won their ball game 2-1 over Baltimore. So Texas and Oakland tied for first place at 47-43. A great matchup, Millwood and Benson, and they didn't disappoint. Texas wins at 2-1. Millwood the win 9-5. Chris Benson the loss 9-8. Otsuka with his 18th save of the year. It was Detroit with a 10-9 win over Kansas City as Carlos Guillen with a walk-off homer. And the Tigers that win over the Royals. Jones to win 2-5. Jeremy Afelt the loss 4-6. Angel Baroa his 6th for Kansas City. Mark Tian at his 9th. Again, Carlos Guillen with his 11th of the year. The Yankees had a 3-run eighth, and despite the 2 runs by the White Sox in the 9th, the Yankees pulled it off 6-5. Kyle Farnsworth to win 3-4. Jose Contreras the loss 9-1, ending his 17-game streak. As 9-1 this year. Rivera, the save, is 20th. Joe Creedy at his 17th for the White Sox. Aaron Guile just picked up by the Yankees, picked up very recently and hit his 4th home run of the year. It was Seattle over Toronto as all 4 teams in the AL West won their ball game 5-3. Gil Mesh to win 9-4. Jansen the loss 6-8. And J.J. Putz with his 17th save of the year. Greg Zahn hit his 7th for Toronto. Vernon Wells his 22nd. Minnesota in 10 innings beat Cleveland 3-2. Joe Nathan to win 6-0. Micah with the loss 0-1. Jason Michaels his 7th home run of the year. And the Angels shutting out Tampa Bay, the 2nd consecutive shutout for John Lackey. He's now 2nd in the league in earned run average. He got the win. He's 8-5. So the loss 0-3. Vladimir Guerrero with his 19th home run of the year. In the National League, the Atlanta Braves are leading San Diego 10-9 in the ninth inning. Chipper Jones is at 2 home runs in that game, numbers 12 and 13. Andrew Jones is at his 21st. LaRoche is 14th. For San Diego, Piazza is 13th, and Adrian Gonzalez 2 home runs, numbers 14 and 15. The Mets beat the Cubs earlier today, 6-3. Steve Traxel the win, 9-4, his 7th straight win. Greg Maddux the loss, he falls to 7-10. Pittsburgh beat Washington 7-4. Zach Duke the win, 6-8. Ramon Ortiz the loss, 6-8. Gonzalez his 14th save. Jose Vidro is 6th for Washington, and Batista is 11th for Pittsburgh. It was Cincinnati with a 3-1 win over Colorado. Aaron Harang, the big show with the win, now 10-6. The Reds' first 10-game winner. Jennings the loss, 6-7. Eddie Guardado his second save. Adam Dunn hit his 29th for the Reds. The Marlins beat the Astros 3-1. And Sanchez, the rookie, picked up the win 2-0. Roger Clemens the loss, 1-3. Joe Borowski his 17th save. Abercrombie had a home run for Florida. St. Louis shutting out the Dodgers 5-0, a 2-hit shutout for Chris Carpenter. He's now 8-4. Derek Lowe, the loss 7-6. Juan Encarnacion with the home run, his 12th, and Chris Duncan at his 4th. Arizona with 2 in the ninth. They beat Milwaukee 4-3. Brandon Metters the win 3-2. Derek Turnbow the loss 4-5, and Estrada with his 7th home run. And the Giants beat the Phillies 5-3. Matt Morris the win 8-7. Lieber the loss 3-7. Benitez with his 11th save of the year. Brian Howard at his 29th for Philadelphia, and Ray Durham at his 13th for the Giants. Well, 6 out of 14 now against Salt Lake, and this 16 games in 26 days will continue tomorrow. It'll be a 7:05 start, 7 o'clock with Heineken on deck. It'll be right-hander Dustin Mosley for Salt Lake. He is 8-4 in the area of 4. He'll go against Ben Fritz, 1-3 in the area of 5.57. So Mosley and Fritz tomorrow night. And Sutter Health Fireworks Show once again tomorrow night. 7 o'clock with Heineken on deck, 7:05 first pitch. The Rivercats will try to get back to 500 with a victory tomorrow night. So 46-47 on the year. They won a couple in a row from Salt Lake. I'd like to thank our engineer. Did a great job tonight, Kelvin Sow. And for Kelvin Sow, this is Joni Dosco bidding you farewell from Raley Field in West Sacramento, where Shane Comine battled, did not have his great stuff tonight, but he battled as he went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 3 hits and no runs. And Boca Chica comes up with a 2-run single. Clark an RBI double, and Perry with a sacrifice fly. The Rivercats use 5 pitchers to get their 7th shutout of the year, and they win this one 4-0. For Calvin, this is Johnny. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Rivercats postgame show. The Sacramento Rivercats, the AAA affiliate of the Oakland A's, and 5-time champion of the Pacific Coast League Southern Division. Join us next time for more exciting Rivercats baseball on KTKZ News Talk, 1380 AM.
It's on the field. It's in the